Let's all give a big round of applause to the man that is responsible for Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Everybody, get on your feet. Let's hear it for John Bullard!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the boss, John Bullard.
Here we go, the 2-year anniversary.
It's the return, and John Bullard about to address us all, looking amazing in a green jacket.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad to see you all here tonight. We're giving you folks something very special tonight here in Michigan City, Indiana. You're going to get to see wrestlers from Japan, from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Yuya Uemura, who was on AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, now see on Impact Wrestling, coming tonight to wrestle. From DragonGate Japan, we have La Australia, the amazing high flyer. You folks are in the street. If you like seeing people flip and dive and do cool moves, this guy is the world's greatest high flyer. Taking on our resident luchador, the one and only Manny Cortez. On top of all of that, right now we're going to give you folks a special presentation of a pre-show of two guys that I feel like are future talents in this business. One comes all the way from Canada, third-generation wrestler.
Oh, Canada.
His grandfather was the great Malenko, coming from wrestling royalty all the way from the great white north. The other one is probably the most hidden gem in the Midwest wrestling scene. You're going to see these two guys battle it out now.
John Bullard sets the stage. We're about to hit the pre-show. And you know what? Looking around, Joey, we've got a capacity crowd. I don't see many empty seats yet, and we haven't even started.
And there's still people filing in right now. I looked outside, and there's a bunch of cars right down the
Who's
street.
ready for some wrestling?
I think we're ready for some wrestling.
This first match is scheduled for one fall. First, being accompanied to the ring by his personal bodyguard, Big Daddy Diamond. From Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, the Canadian Heavyweight Champion, the Golden Boy, Magnum McLaren!
The Canadian Heavyweight Champion right now coming to the ring. You remember Dino Bravo used to be the Canadian
I do
Heavyweight
remember
Champion.
that, Joey.
That's for sure. And who can forget Canada's greatest athlete, Iron Mike Sharp?
Iron Mike Sharp with the wristband to prove it.
Look at this right here. I like that vest.
Look at the size of Big Daddy Diamond. My God, it's like a tree just walked out of the drapes. Holy Toledo. That guy's a monster.
These trees I know. I'm more worried about him than I'm
My question is, if you are the Golden Boy, if you are the Canadian Heavyweight Champion, I mean, you can take care of yourself, but you hire a gigantic human being as a bodyguard. What does this mean? I can't wait to see what happens. The plot thickens, and it's only the pre-show.
The pre-show right here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, the return, our 2-year anniversary. 2 years with you? Holy smokes.
And you heard Mr. Bullard. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The return has people from all over the globe, all styles, all genres right here tonight.
You're going to look at a wonderful show tonight. We have athletes from Japan, Canada, everywhere coming tonight here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling on Amazon Prime.
Hailing from Dublin, Ohio, weighing 190
And Ohio,
pounds.
too. Did you ever go to
He's
Ohio
the
before?
form
Once
of
in a while.
Irish
Yeah.
strong
I spent a year
style,
there one night.
Riley Rose.
Of course, you know, Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, the return brought to you by Liquid Death Mountain Water Sparkling Water. I am drinking this all darn day, and I got to tell you one thing, I am hydrated as
We are hydrated, and we are welcoming Riley Rose to the ring. This is an interesting young man, 4-year vet in the business, trained by Dominic Green. He's kind of a hybrid, high-flying, strong-style guy. So he's going to give us a lot of different dynamics. He's fought Matt Cross, Drago, Gringo Loco. He is home-based in Cleveland, Ohio. Absolute intense wrestling is his home promotion, and he's here today to take on the Canadian champion.
This guy reminds me of
And this is the damn pre-show.
This guy reminds me of the Tasmanian Devil. He's small, but you know what? He's definitely a wild card. He's going to be spinning around that whole entire ring. And let's wait.
He's got a very familiar armband on. BSB. That is, of course, Billy Stark's brand.
This is the pre-show. Just wait till you see what the whole
Good
entire
Lord.
show is going to be.
All right, so we've got Riley Rose, we've got Magnum McLean, and we have a pre-show that's about to kick off.
He's the champion. Respect him. He's from Canada. Not like you guys. Thank God. Here's the PLC. Right. Ready? Ready. Let's stop. Let's get the Canadian in. Bring it.
And the return has begun live here in Michigan City. We've got the champ, we've got the young man, we've got youth in that ring. This is what's gonna shape the landscape of professional wrestling for years to come.
You got two blue chippers right here. This is why Chicagoland Championship Wrestling is the premier organization all over the world. And you're watching this right now.
Let me show you how it's done.
This capacity crowd right here is definitely going to let you know who they like.
Well, the capacity crowd is not really feeling the Canadian heavyweight champion, at least right now. And that seems to be getting under the skin of Big Daddy Diamond, at least a little bit.
You know, that's because most Americans blame Canada for everything that goes on around here.
Come on, we love everybody here.
Oh, we love our
We are Ellis Island of professional wrestling. Give us your tired, your poor, your et cetera, whatever's on the Liberty statue.
We bring them all.
A bipartisan crowd for Riley Rose. Most definitely.
You know, Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Chicagoland means everywhere around the Chicagoland area. And Ohio's not too far away. Canada's not too far away. That's why we are the premier. We are the epicenter of professional wrestling anywhere and everywhere. Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Brought to you by Liquid Death.
Bullard has a way of going out and finding people that best represent this brand. And these two guys, I'm excited to see what they can do. But right now, they are trying to get their in-ring awareness down. They are feeling each other out. And the crowd is a little befuddled as to what is going on right now. They want action, and I think that's about to happen. Ooh, that pop-up did not work.
That did not work whatsoever.
Wait, he's going to try again. Nope. Oh, he's a little angry. Big Daddy's embarrassed. The crowd is giving the Canadian the business. And we are underway with the physicality. And Riley Rose forces an evacuation of sorts by the Canadian champion.
Yeah, hopefully Magnum McLean here had a bunch of Tim Hortons coffee before he came out here tonight, because he's going to need all this energy to go ahead and perform in his match.
Oh my! Creative use of the ropes as a weapon in a very strange way. Build a better mousetrap and the world will beat a path to your door. How about using the ropes to create your own human heavy bag? Your own heavyweight bag Canadian style.
Whoa. See, that's why McLean is the Canadian heavyweight champion. He knows when to go ahead and take a powder. He knows when to go ahead and get out of the ring and go ahead and... Whoa,
Big Daddy missed. He took a chance to strike Rose, and the chase is on. Rose, a little smarter than the average bear, sets up McLean. Oh, vicious shot in the corner.
See, just like the Tasmanian Devil, you just don't know where he's going to be coming from. Look how fast he is.
Oh, my.
I think if I cuss him, it just flew to the third row.
Everybody in Talmadge, Ohio felt that kick. That was not the bell. That was not a referee counting. You can see that's Mr. Rose getting everybody fired up, and Magnum is really a little bit out of sorts. Oh, until that very moment. And the cover. No, not the cover. I got a photographer in my way. It looked like a cover. It kind of sounded like a cover.
The photographer's in everybody's way.
I can't, you know what? But I can't wait to see the pictures because he's got a great vantage point.
Exactly.
So I'll take the obstruction.
McLean with some powerful forearms with the ropes. Spine buster. Arn Anderson right now is going, hey, that's a good spine buster.
And the cover, only a 2 count.
He needs to put a little bit more damage right there on Rose before he's going to go for a 3
Referee
count.
right on top of that call.
That's why we have the best referees.
We do have some darn fine referees here. We have had them for the last couple of shows. And now, oh my! That was all the way from Alberta.
Knocked the armband right off.
He did indeed. Wow,
Exactly.
Big Daddy's doing stand-up. We gotta love that.
Give him a mic. Give him a microphone.
We gotta love that guy.
Except for his haircut.
Well, we don't love that. That much is true.
Got a hand.
I mean, why bother? Just shave it.
Exactly.
Anyway, meanwhile, back in the ring, we've got a comeback of sorts for Riley Rose.
Good fake. Oh,
Up,
sunset roll.
over, down. Oh, yeah. He didn't get all of it, but he got most of it. Dazed him, and oh, knee right to the jaw. And another knee right, and it is a repeat of earlier.
Nice spinning shot move.
Chopped him down like a tree. Magnum McLean, the Canadian champion, is taking some time, maybe too much time.
A little bit of showboating. I could respect a little bit because you know what? When you're that ring, you want to showboat a little bit.
Listen,
People
Joey, I'm
understand
sorry to
who
interrupt you,
are.
but I have been told
sir.
in my headset that this is a title match.
This is
So
a
we are
championship.
starting this show with a title match for the Canadian National Championship.
That is amazing right there. That's the only action you're going to get here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. A title match at the pre-show.
That is on me. That is my fault. I misread the notes. This is a title match, and now all the stakes they get even higher.
I got to tell you what, Steve, anytime anything goes wrong in my life, I always blame you because it's usually your fault.
I get that a lot. And he's doing a little styling and profiling, a little Ric Flair distracting the referee while Big Daddy does the damage.
Yeah, but Big Daddy's not going to pass out during the match. Look at us right here, setting him up for a super.
Snap suplex. Hey, Jinx, buy me a Coke or a Liquid Death.
I will buy you 10 Liquid Deaths.
Who are our
It's
sponsor
tremendous
today at this fine show.
You know what? Excuse me right now. I have to wet
Take
my
a sip.
whistle right here.
You wet your whistle there,
Beautiful
sir.
mountain water of Liquid
It
Death.
is a delight. And now the crowd getting behind Rose, trying to build this young man up. They would like to see a new champion here. Magnum taking a long time. You don't want to do that. Oh! He missed, but that knee strike did not. Right in the jaw.
That was a heck of a sound right there. Look at that flying elbow into the corner. Rose is just on fire
European
right now.
uppercut.
To the outside.
Blocked it. That he hit him right in the temple with that one. And somehow McLaren had the wherewithal to knock him off the top rope, and he missed it. But oh, he did not miss that. He punted his face. If you are a football team in need of a striker, Riley Rose might be your guy. Oh God, no! Oh my!
Senton off the bottom rope. I've never seen that done before. Oh, that was close.
You would think that would be enough to get a pinfall, but not here, not now, not at this show.
See, when you're the Canadian World Champion, you know it's going to take a lot more than that to go ahead and get you down for the 1, 2, 3. Rose is trying really hard, but McLaren right there. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I gotta say, these guys are employing the ropes as a tactical advantage in very, very interesting ways.
Oh, referee, better watch out.
Oh, that, you can feel
What
that
an
impact
elbow.
all the way over here.
What's he going?
Oh, he's up, he's high in the air. And whatever he was going for, he completely missed.
Rose telegraphed that maneuver right there.
Sharp kick to the face. Something has got to give here, and oh, he hoists the champion up. Could this be, oh my, backbreaker.
Spinning backbreaker right on the knee. Here we go, Pitbull. Just that close.
We were a moment, an eyelash away from a title change.
Just that close for a brand new Canadian heavyweight champion. Yeah, give this McLaren guy credit, man. He is going ahead. He's kicking out of everything that Rose is going to give him. Going to push him off. What's he going for, a cloverleaf?
McLaren is a generational talent. You can see it being showcased today as he has taken the worst that Rose has had to give him, and he is still kicking out. Uh-oh, this looks like it could be bad.
Over.
It's over, he says. Is this it?
Oh. Kick Yeah, don't count
Not
Rose
quite.
out.
I mean, that impact was impressive, but oh, and all it did was fire him up. And that put the fire out quickly, didn't it?
Extinguished. Uh-oh.
Oh my, good night, Irene.
The Canadian twist right
The
there.
Canadian twist, that should be enough
And
to
there we
retain
go.
a title. The crowd is not delighted, but that was a very impressive way.
Canadian national champion, Magnum McLaren.
Magnum's now going to celebrate with some poutine and some ketchup potato chips.
I'll tell you what, for an opening match, that is hard to beat. It had everything you want.
We haven't even started the show yet. Right there, that's a champion right there. You're gonna hear a lot.
We've got a pretty impressive athlete that is representing the Canadian National Championship, and he wins, and he will take that all the way back up north. And Big Daddy Diamond will be at the Improv in Chicago this evening. Don't forget to tip your waitresses.
2-drink minimum and try the cheese.
I'll tell you what, he does commentary a lot better than he swings that forearm as he came up empty significantly. Diamond and Magnum take that title home as we open up the return. We're back. Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
All right, everybody. If that's the pre-show, who's ready for the show?
I think I'm ready for a show.
Well, let's get this ball rolling. The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. First, making their way to the ring, weighing at least 469 pounds from Miami Beach, Florida, the youngest men alive, Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd, the Outrunners!
Oh yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen the Outrunners before, you are in for a treat. Turbo Floyd and the Truth.
Two of my favorite guys right here. Look at these gentlemen right now. This is how you open up. This is how you open up the show. This is how you open up the second anniversary of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. The Outrunners. Look at this. Fresh off.
My favorite part about the Outrunners is I feel like a 12-year-old boy watching wrestling superstars on a Saturday morning. These guys are a throwback to the good old days of tag team wrestling when I was a young man. You had the Hart Foundation, the Killer Bees, the Bulldogs. These are a throwback.
Weighing 419 pounds from Skid Row, Los Angeles, California. The team of Matt
Now
Creed
it's time to get
and Tom
wide.
Reisman.
It's time to get wide.
Gone wild!
And here come the villains of this story. Tommy and Matt, they are Youth Gone Wild, and according to them, they run this place.
If anybody knows anything about villains, it is definitely me.
And the boys are back in town straight out of the penitentiary.
What's up, guys?
Skid Row is missing two.
Heisman and Creed, they've been doing this for a dog's age, and this is a return bout. For those of you that were with us in June of last year, you have seen these two teams tussle before. A lot of bad blood, a lot of animosity is going to be on stage today.
Skid Row's missing two of their misspent youth, but here they are in Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, bringing some of that West Coast pop punk right here to Chicagoland Championship.
The Outrunners have a score to settle. Youth Gone Wild has a legend to continue to inflate. I remember that very first Chicagoland show where they came out Road Warrior style. And they did what they said they were going to do. And then they fought the Outrunners, and again, did what they said they were going to do. They had a rivalry with a team that was too scared to come up and fight them. We won't say names, but they know who they are.
Exactly, they know who they are. If you want to see those guys, they're working at the Five Below down the street. Gotcha.
So, indeed you did.
Crowd, look at this crowd. It's definitely getting wild.
All right, so this is the first official match of the show, as our ginger hair announcer decided to call it, the show. I believe the crowd is supporting Youth Gone Wild, and they are shamboing.
A little bit of rock, paper, scissors.
That's a shambo to get in there. You gotta love that.
Shambo-lambo.
So Creed to start.
You guys ready? There's all the inflation you need back there.
So we got Truth Magnum against Matt Creed as we begin things here on a Sunday matinee at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling as the return is underway. John Bullard out there seating the many fans as we are now adding chairs because we are now sold out and then some.
They are still piling in at the Chicagoland Championship Arena.
How many promoters do you see actually putting chairs out?
I don't see
Not
that whatsoever.
too many.
Not too many.
Certainly not that Blaze character.
Who? The guy who puts out things for the people who are his friends.
Easy, steady as she goes there, Joey Roth.
Hey,
Matt Creed getting the advantage on Truth Magnum here in the get-go. Tommy Heisman is chewing gum. Tommy Heisman is in a match chewing gum. He don't care. That's a choking hazard.
that is a very much choking hazard. No, he could get something stuck.
Don't try this at home, folks.
Definitely don't try this.
Oh, and Magnum gets the better of Creed there.
Nice arm drag on that.
And the Outrunners are running for the hills, at least for the moment.
Truth and Turbo, I totally agree with you guys there.
Truth and Turbo do not look very happy as the way this match has begun, and Matt Creed is lounging like it's a lazy
I
Sunday.
think Matt Creed pulled Truth's hair right there. I think they need to go ahead and take a breather. They need to take a break. They need to go ahead and regroup and take the momentum away.
Or maybe they just need some liquid death.
That's, you know what? I'm taking a drink right now.
You should. I believe Truth is calling for Heisman.
OVW self-proclaimed Hall of Famers. Hall of Famers all day.
Turbo might be calling. Turbo is the legal man, and he gets into a tussle with Creed.
I'm going to go behind. Look at that. It's going to get him down on the mat, do some mat work. Matt Creed.
Matt Creed takes that guy down to the mat,
Yeah, hey, come on, sell that.
and it's a scrum, and it's a tag.
That works.
And here comes Heisman.
Heisman, a mainstay in Chicago.
Oh, and Heisman, I think Heisman is making that elbow do things it probably shouldn't.
Some joint manipulation. Come on, ref, he's on the ropes. Get break the hold.
Heisman has been doing this for a number of years. He has put pain into the lives of a great many combatants over the years. And he is not even half done with his career. Oh boy. The last thing in the world you want from Tom Heisman is for him to speak. And Turbo gets him down on the mat. And Tommy can't fly if he's stuck. Oh, the reversal. Head scissors. We got old school mat technician things happening in that ring.
Definitely. Right to the ropes. Referee needs to break the hold.
And he does.
There you go.
He is holding onto those ropes for dear life.
Turbo doesn't do so. No, outside.
That is a way to get knocked out of the ring at the educated feet of Tommy Heisman.
And Turbo and Truth, they're getting themselves back together. Look at that.
You know, here's the thing. You don't want to linger outside the ring too long. You don't want to bring Youth Gone Wild out of the ring.
Hey, you have a 10 count. You have till 10.
You do, but
you
Youth
have
Gone...
till 10 to go ahead and get yourselves recalibrated to understand what you're going to be doing.
Youth Gone Wild is dangerous in the ring, but when you get outside the ring, they are deadly.
Yeah, but do not count out Turbo.
Another tag as it goes back to the Truth versus the Creed. Can you say that? I think
There's
you
a
could probably
reason
say
why the Outrunners are and high top promotions out there.
And Creed takes them both down. And now the tag to Heisman. And now it's a little Youth Gone Wild double team action. Oh boy. That is going to leave a mark. And Tommy Heisman is inflicting damage like he always does.
Ref needs to get in That's a crow's hand punch right there. Come on, there you go, ref. Tell him to open up the hands. Surprisingly, Heisman get the tag.
And the truth has now gotten over on Tommy Heisman, knocked him down hard.
The truth will set you free or free some of your teeth.
Yeah, that's your partner, huh? You want a piece?
Matt Creed, come on.
And now Heisman.
Matt Creed falling for the oldest trick in the book. Go ahead, come on in. Whoa. Bump to the outside.
And Tommy Heisman is starting to feel it. Tommy Heisman is getting amped up, and once you get the blood throwing through that man, it's a long night.
Front face lock by
And there's the tag.
All right, let's see what kind of
And Youth Gone Wild is starting to keep it in their corner, which is where they are absolutely deadly. Uh-oh.
monkey flip.
A lovely parting gift for Turbo by Heisman.
Okay, the referee needs to get a little bit of a semblance of order in here. He's letting Youth Gone Wild do whatever they want right now. The Outrunners are playing by the rules. Youth Gone Wild are not, because that's what they're famous for. But the referee really needs to get control over the situation.
Yes, because enforcing semblance of order against Youth Gone Wild is such a realistic task.
Very true.
And, oh, a slap to the face. And Creed is angry. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, don't pee in the wind, don't eat yellow snow, and don't tug on Superman's cape, and don't slap Matt Creed in the face. And now it's gone to the outside.
Get out of the way there, little guy. Look at this.
And there's a tag.
Hold up. Line tag.
Oh! The Outrunners absolutely set up Creed. Heisman saw it but could not give him notice. Too late.
Matt Creed's not very
And they dump Creed to the outside, and Heisman, the referee, is distracted, and Matt Creed is being walloped on the outside by that front row. You better keep your head on a swivel if you sit ringside at this promotion.
Heisman should know better than that. You stay on the outside. You get in the ring, you know what's going to happen.
Knee right into the middle of the chest. That's going to take your breath away. Lackadaisical. You are never going to pin a team like Youth Gone Wild that way. The referee said it was a 1 count. I don't even think it was that long.
The Outrunners know what they're doing. They're here to humiliate Youth Gone Wild. They are here to make a joke out of Youth Gone Wild. And I think they're doing that right now. Big on the shot. Oh, look at that. Knock the Creed tree down.
Come on, man.
And the cover.
There you go, there you go.
He gets 2 and maybe a biscuit. And right now, Turbo has got Matt Creed at a disadvantage.
There you go.
But Creed is starting to find it. Reversal. Oh, my God. Did you see the torque on that arm?
Good old reversal to a leg takedown. Now listen to Creed scream.
It's almost like kind of a modified clover leaf, isn't it?
That is exactly what it is.
He's working on the legs. Now he's working back on that arm that he's almost snapped out of its socket.
He released a hold a little bit too soon. I think he might have gotten a submission. Just a little bit longer.
That distraction allowed them to get Creed back into their corner, and now they've cut the ring off as Heisman watches helplessly in the roll-up. That was they tried to take advantage of a quick pin there. It just didn't quite work out.
Hey, you never know when you're going to catch somebody. Right into the turnbuckle. There you go. Truth is going to air truth. Oh, miss.
Creed getting out of the way and got a roll-up of his own. It's not quite enough to get the... Oh, big lariat. Down goes Creed.
You never know when those quick roll-ups are going to work into your advantage. You might catch the guy sleeping, get the 1, 2, 3, and just get out there and go ahead and party. All right, here we go. Now you're going to wear down Matt Creed.
And the Creed chant that is happening.
Taking the wind out of Creed.
Yeah, they're cutting off the air supply. No doubt about that. And the old adage is, that's using your head.
Shin breaker right there. Matt Creed's reaching for his tag for Heisman. If Heisman gets in, he's going to be house of fire. Oh, look at that. Denied.
That was so very close to a tag. And that is a tag. The Outrunners couldn't stop it. Now the inevitable is happening. And just like Thanos and Marvel, Tom Heisman is inevitable.
Heisman's a house of fire. Shoulder block.
Heisman is not a house of fire. He's a house of chaos.
That's exactly right.
Oh my!
Heisman got out of that side.
Double axe handle, taking Heisman down.
All right, the ref is losing it. The ref is losing it.
We have not had a legal man in a while.
The ref looks like he went to the 2-count Lou School of Refereeing.
We got a double team right here. Matt Creed catches his partner. Double drop kick by Youth Gone Wild. They are always a team. And Creed is outside the ring, and he's doing, uh-oh.
Hey,
Oh, my.
Hey, they better not come over here. I don't want them to knock over my liquid death.
All I can say is Truth Magnum knocked out Creed on that steel ring post. A little help, and the cover, 1, 2. Oh, my God, highway robbery.
Outrunners win.
The Outrunners with a victory, although it was a little dusty to be sure.
I saw nothing whatsoever. You've Gone Wild got a little bit too
Tom
high.
Heisman cannot believe what has just happened. Truth be told, the referee missed the assistance. That's no way to win.
Tom Heisman, You've Gone Wild, they know all the tricks, but not every trick.
I'm not sure Matt Creed even knows where he is. Tom Heisman is furious.
Playing into the ref.
And if you're keeping score at home, that is Outrunners 1, Youth Gone Wild 1. And Tommy Heisman and the fans all know that this is a charade, a bunch of charlatans. The fans are pointing out that there was outside interference, and this match should have been thrown out. They should have been disqualified, Joey.
You never listen to the fans. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know how it is to be inside
How the
ring
hell
right now.
did you
But
not see
the
that?
other thing is right now, hey, Youth Gone Wild would have done it. They have just been played. They have just been checkmated at their own game.
You know, I feel like you are a little slow on the call, Joey. You might need to take a little more liquid death to kind of amp yourself up, because that's what must be how you missed that.
Well, let me try some of this mountain water right here. I'm going to murder my thirst right now.
Murder it. Kill it.
Go ahead and talk over me.
Speaking of murdering and killing, I think Youth Gone.
cheating.
I do. We all saw it,
I
Greg.
don't
We
think
all
so.
saw it.
Not at all. Not at all.
That match needs to be restarted right now.
You guys need to go back to the dressing room.
Well, you all think they cheated, right?
Yes.
Not at all.
We won one months ago. They cheat to win. I guess we gotta have a third sometime. So if you chicken shits in the back, instead of cheating, want to go one more time down the road, here's your invitation.
And Tom Heisman wastes no time. Everybody. Tom Heisman wastes no time. There is going to be a part 3. Where and when? To be determined.
There's going to be a rubber match
We don't
between
know.
Youth Gone Wild and the Outrunners. I got to tell you what, for the opening of the return of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, brought to you by Liquid Death.
Liquid Death. We're here all night, folks.
Matches for the HCW World Championship. First, the challenger, hailing from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 265 pounds. He's the most valuable player, the MVP, Russell Alton!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, Russell TD. He is a Packer fan. He has started a movement called the Rogers Association, and he thinks LeBron James is the GOAT. That's right, Russell TD is stupid.
Russell TD's never heard of Michael Jordan.
Apparently not. Well, no, I've tried many times. I've given him statistics, but he doesn't care because he is a millennial. Oh, no, and he's going to talk.
I wanted to start off saying, what a Sunday to be alive, baby. I'm making my debut Chicagoland Championship.
We get
For those
subtitles.
of you that don't know, my name is Russell, all time. And that means I'm an all-time winner. I'm an all-time athlete. And more importantly, I'm an all-time great wrestler. Chip Walker's gonna find that out the hard way. When he's laying down in this ring, and I'm taking that championship back home to Chicago with me.
Should we take it back to Green Bay?
I have no idea.
I came in today with gold on my man, and I'm leaving with gold on my waist, and that's a promise.
He came here today as Russell TD, and now suddenly, as if taking a U-turn, he's Russell All-Star?
And his opponent,
What the hell is happening?
2.19 tags from the Delta Alpha Slammer fraternity. Let's hear it for the HCW World Champion, the Manimal, Chip Walker!
You can cut the tension with a knife.
And I could cut Russell All-Star's promo with a butter knife.
Yes, you could. I wish you would have cut about 10 seconds off of it.
I'm ready to party. Are you ready to party, Steve?
I would like to have one of those tasty beverages that old Chip has got. Hey, Chip, don't forget us. We want the beverages.
Chip,
Sharing is caring,
is it
Chip.
liquid death?
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Oh,
What are we drinking?
liquid death mountain water.
We are drinking Liquid Death. He's got a six-pack of the Death, and we're going to put this over here. Hey, that's not Liquid Death, but we're supporting Liquid Death here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
It's not the beer I thought it would be. Thank you.
When did you become Russell All-Star? What the hell?
Hey, you didn't give us any beverages. If
You gave us nothing other than a headache. What kind of wrestler picks on the commentators? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Chip Walker rocking the HCW Championship. Look at all those letters on his jacket. He is a collegiate or a high school. He's in a fraternity.
Or he's a really good Boy Scout.
He looks a little old to be in a fraternity, don't you think? Maybe he went back to school after some poor life changes. That belt looks like it's been around a while, and it looks like a well-traveled belt, and those are always the best.
So that's what's great about Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. You don't need to be a CCW champion to defend a title. We have a Canadian champion. We have this champion. We have championships from all over the world.
And recently, our Chicagoland champion, Shogun Chris Logan, defended our title at the All Wrestlers Matter movement match that we had a few months ago. Is that not? I'm getting the stink eye from Black Wrestlers Matter. See, my notes are bad. Where are you? Why aren't you doing commentary with us?
Exactly.
Stop laughing at me, damn it, you child! He dresses nicer than me. Ring the bell, ring the bell! Ring the damn bell and stop criticizing me!
I think that mustache is a little too.
Listen,
too
it's
tight on it.
2022. You gotta be careful what you say.
We're on Amazon Prime. We can say anything we want.
I don't know, but we're on High Spots
Oh.
and Fight TV. We're everywhere you want to be.
High Spots, Fight TV, Amazon Prime. We are all over the place. We are not nationwide. We're not citywide. We are worldwide. We are Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
Can we call ourselves the World Wide Web, or has that been taken?
Oh, the Worldwide Wrestling Web International
.com.
Highway.com.
All right, we are
Brought to you by Liquid Death.
brought to you by, and Chip Walker gets down Russell All-Star. I know I'm going to stumble over that 18 times because that change happened 8 seconds ago.
Russell TD All-Star.
So we've got two burgeoning athletes. The Manimal versus
Game time.
Game Time, if you go by what the tights say.
This is going to be a hard-hitting action. You're not going to have any catch-as-catch-can wrestling right here. You're just going to have brutality and men just throwing each other around all over the place.
Now, I've seen both these gentlemen wrestle previously. We saw Chip Walker here the last time we had a show in Michigan City. I have worked with Russell over the last several months. Russell is a hard striker. If he gets in that football tackle like that, look at that! Look at that shoulder tackle. That is a lot of force coming at you. It's like getting hit by a Brinks truck. Oh, he's doing the Cabbage Patch. This is an ill-timed Cabbage Patch. Oh, what are you doing?
There's always time for dancing. Look at the powerful blows by the elbow.
That lariat almost knocked the extensions out of his head. Oh, missile drop kick. My good God. Russell rolling out. It's his only defense.
The Manimal can fly. He took the form of an ego and just flew around and did that flying jump. Might be game over there for All-Star. You like that game over? Because he does a game gimmick. You like that game gimmick thing? That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm here.
Joey, you're picking at the low-hanging fruit there, Joey.
That's what I get paid to do.
Yes, you do.
Huh? That's why I got Roxy Hart behind me over here. Because,
The lovely and talented Roxy
the
Hart.
lovely and beautiful Roxy Hart. When you have somebody this beautiful behind you, you can send it.
She's wearing a raspberry beret today. You know, the kind you find in a second-hand store.
Exactly.
R.I.P. Prince, wherever you are. And Russell is looking for help. If not from Prince, from somebody. And Chip has been rocked by Russ All-Star. Russ wants that title, Joey.
Don't count Russ out, just like the Green Bay Packers. He's going to cheat to get what he wants.
I have no comment.
Oh, no! Planted the Manimal. The referee a little bit out of position there. He could have got a good 2 count off of that.
And Russ has taken Chip to the woodshed at this point.
That's a heck of a stomp right there by the All-Star.
And Chip Walker is going to need to find some magic and dig down deep. And Russell for the pin.
The All-Star doing his smash mouth type of wrestling.
Hey now. Hey now is all I'm saying. Somebody once told me, you know.
I'm a believer.
And I think Chip is a believer as Russ is taking him to the woodshed. Big elbow drop in the cover.
All right, we reference Smash Mouth songs. Do you think we get some money from those guys? Because
I don't think
they
they
haven't
have
been relative in like about 20 years.
They don't have any money.
I don't think they have anybody.
They changed lead singers. What can you do?
Exactly. I think they're selling gimmicks out
That's okay. They're outside.
with Virgil.
Oh, my God. Help us.
Look at that right there. He's got a good old nerve hold.
You got to love
I'm
Russ's
an animal.
strategy here. He has kept Chip on the ground. But that is over, as they say.
Might have pulled the hair on that one.
You think?
I don't know.
You think there was some hair pulling? I mean, it's,
If I saw it, the referee didn't see it, then there's something wrong.
there's a hairball in the center of the ring, for God's sake.
He calls that his handle.
I'm telling you.
This is a good old-fashioned wear down maneuver right here. The All-Star knows exactly what he needs to do. He's putting that 300-pound frame on the neck of the Manimal, just trying to go ahead and take every ounce of breath out of him right now. The Manimal building himself back up. It's like the Colossal Jostle 2.
And Chip has found a way back in this match, and Russ is on a receiving end, and Russ reverses it. Nice knee strike to the abdomen and the cover. Ooh, he almost rolled right into the referee. That would have been a disaster.
All-Star rightfully complaining. Oh, he's taking off the elbow pads. What's going to go on right now?
And the pads are off, and Russ All-Star means business. Chip is in a bit of a disadvantage in a bad way right now.
Going for a gut wrench suplex.
Gut
right
wrench
there in the
delivered
middle
with
of the
perfection.
ring.
That could be it.
That's
We may be seeing a new champion right now. The legacy of Russ All-Star does not begin just yet. Not quite.
Almost got him.
And Russ is lamenting to the ref, I had him. No, you didn't, son.
2 count by the ref.
And you can't hit reset. You can't hit restart. You get 1 shot. If you're a gamer, you better know.
The Manimal's going to need some cheat codes to beat the All-Star. Left, right, square, triangle.
And Russ is up top, and that is a big man to be up on that second rope.
Air All-Star coming up.
This is going to hurt. I don't know if it's going to hurt Chip or if it's going to hurt him. Russ, it's going to hurt the ref. It might hurt the crowd. And he caught him. And we're going to call that a Walker bottom. And now both men are down.
This is some hard-hitting action here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Our 2-year anniversary, live, Fight TV, High Spots, Amazon, and wherever else you get your wrestling.
It's your fine wrestling programs. And 2 years, a long time. We're happy to be back. And we've got exciting action like this all afternoon. As Chip Walker is trying to, and Chip Walker has got a little bit of momentum on his side. And now it's just 2 human beings standing toe-to-toe, taking shots.
Just beating the stuffing out of each other.
And that is a chop. And a loud one at that. Oh my God, that hurt me. And I wasn't even in there.
He's going for another one, look at this.
That is one of the most devastating.
Is he going for number 3?
That is just unbelievable. He's going for a 3 amigos. I mean, that is Suplex City business. Little ode to B-Rock.
No, we don't worry about Suplex City. That's a Suplex Nation right
That was
there.
Suplex.
That's
a little bit
Suplex
more than a
Nation.
city. That might be that might be a whole time zone.
You know, All-Star wrestles more than once a year.
That's fair. That is indeed fair. And Russ is wondering what he did to get himself in this predicament.
Getting this crowd
And the
behind
Manimal is trying to get the crowd up and going. And chug, chug, chug. And Chip flies. He was going for that slam. Does not get it. But Russ All-Star does.
Spike DDT. 1, 2, and he, no.
Oh, leg on the bottom rope. Referee right in position.
What a maneuver.
What a maneuver. Russ is angry, but it's very clear the ref had to break that count.
Spike DDT, the Manimal had the wherewithal to put his foot on the bottom rope for that right there. Lucky the ref saw something like that.
There's a word you don't hear every day, wherewithal. He indeed did have wherewithal.
The Manimal's on rubbery legs.
And Russ is having he's bickering with the fans. Oh, my God. Might have knocked himself silly on that one. And that's the angle slam. And that's 1, 2, 3. And Chip Walker retains the HCW title.
And still champion, the Manimal, Chip Walker.
Chip Walker, very impressive.
All-Star did the card no sin. He was worried about the fans. If he would have followed up on his last maneuver, he would have been the champion right now. But that one instant cost him the match.
Coming back home with me where it belongs.
Young man in the front row who wants to party with the Manimal, and he might get his opportunity.
Let's party!
And look at the kids. The kids love Chip. Chip is kid-friendly.
The kids are going crazy for the Manimal.
All the kids that got that root beer. Very impressive win for Chip Walker here at the return as he retains his title, and I'm not sure Russell All-Star knows exactly where he is.
Russell All-Star spoke a big game before
And look
this
at
match.
Chip, he's taking a victory lap.
Through the Chicagoland Championship faithful, look at that.
I have a feeling Russell All-Star will be back. The kid feels like he has something to prove, so this is either going to stop him in his tracks or motivate him to greatness. Time will tell.
Take nothing away from the All-Star. He came very, very close. Just
Not close enough. And close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, my friend.
And close only comes from Liquid Death. Our sponsor is Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. The mountain water is my favorite. I know you like the sparkling water.
I do like sparkling water.
The sparkling water here, but the mountain water right here is my favorite. I'm gonna take a nice old swig of this.
We're gonna turn it back to the ring and our ring announcer Greg Hansen.
This is good.
It's delightful.
First, the first half of this tag team. Hailing from Grand Haven, Michigan, weighing 230 pounds.
There we go.
He's the handsome high roller, Solomon Stone!
You ready to do a little bit of sinning?
Basketball season has returned.
His Learjet is parked in the parking lot, if you can believe that. Solomon Stone, the high roller, making his triumphant Playboy return to Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
No turning back now. This is what makes me. This is what I am. Feel me?
Do they hate me now?
QB.
Cause I can't stop them. Brave on, they hate me now. Come on.
Bringing some class to Michigan City.
I am not exactly sure the fans are all that enthused.
Yeah, it's all right. The fan doesn't need. They don't need to be enthused.
Solomon Stone always looks like $1 million, but his personality is about $10 worth.
Dissing our young kids at ringside. That right there. That's a
The Gold Rush, Solomon Stone, Sin City Playboys in full effect here in Michigan City, and we know Bulletproof Bo and what his team has brought to this company, nothing but chaos.
definitely viable contenders for the Chicagoland Championship.
But I'll tell you this, Joey, where there's one Playboy, there's usually another. These fools run in packs, and I'm afraid it's not over yet.
There's always a Playboy in hiding.
Sweet Jesus.
Hailing from Hollywood, California, in Hollywood, USA. You will see him coming soon to an Interview You, a weekend getaway. Mr. Made for TV, Tolly Scapoli. Tolly Bertarelli.
That's right, everybody.
Once again, Tully Bertarelli's name gets skewed by Greg Hansen. What do you call him, Tully Bertoli?
Tully Bertoli.
Tully Bertinelli?
Bertinelli.
Valerie's son.
Valerie's son, exactly.
I love you all.
His brother Wolfgang is out there somewhere.
Mr. Made for TV trying to warm himself up to the crowd. Fish ain't biting. They know the shenanigans that the Sin City Playboys employ to get their victories.
I've known Tully for a very long time. This movie Chicagoland comes out this October.
Sin City Playboys. We have seen their ilk over the course of the last 2 years. We have seen them cheat to win. We have seen them take opportunities where opportunities shouldn't have been, and still they ride.
And their opponents, weighing 420 pounds allegedly, hailing from a van down by the river. You have the King of Bone Style, a man of
Isn't that next door to you?
balls. They are the team of Tag and Chad Bro, the Bro
Bros.
I love these guys.
Yeah, they annoy me.
Go, go, bro. That's the chant you're going to hear, and there they are.
Hey, that's the guy I gave like $2 to at the stoplight.
Chad and Ted, the Bro Brothers. From a van down by the river. And there is that customary bro chant that is not making, I think Tully is chanting no in response. Tully is in a foul mood as per always.
Tully's always in a foul mood right now. He's a professional, and his writer he has it in his rider that he's not supposed to be touching people like the Bro Brothers.
Well, that rider is unvalid today because I believe the Bro Brothers are going to give the Playboys all they can handle.
That's the kind of professional Tully Bertorello is. He's going to go ahead and let these guys get the shine off his greatness.
Part of what makes the Sin City Playboys so effective is their reputation. They scare their opponents to a certain degree. The Bros just don't know any better.
And the Bro Brothers were right by their biggest fans.
They're just two dudes in there to fight. They don't care. It could be Demolition, circa 1984 or 85. Sorry.
88.
88?
88.
I'm old. Anyway, it could be
It could have been Gino Hernandez and Chris Adams.
We don't need
1985.
bullies.
It could have been the Killer Bees.
Tonight.
1986.
The
It could have been the
Sin City Playboys are
Brainbusters.
gonna win.
88. It could have been anybody.
No.
But the Sin City Playboys, they will fit in every single one of those bags. I can see the Sin City Playboys against the Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express, and the New Rockers.
That's a lot of history right there. You get one date wrong and Joey Roth goes off on a tangent. I have a feeling that the Demolition guys were fighting as early as 84, 85. You don't show up in 88 and just be. And the Playboys have seen enough. And the Playboys do what they do. And the bell has rung and we are underway.
It could have been Crusher Khrushchev, the Masked Superstar.
I'm still waiting for somebody to say we strike with force. We are strike force.
Double whip, double elbow, bionic elbows.
And there you go. The Bro Brothers just don't care. All right, you got it. They got over on us, and we're going to get you. Tully has been rocked, and now Solomon Stone is at the mercy of the Bros.
Like I said, the referee again right here, just letting these two guys do whatever they want to do right now to Solomon.
Oh my God, did you see that gigantic human flip? Holy cow!
The ref already losing control of this match. And the Bro Brothers do whatever they want to do. That's what you get right there when you get overconfident. Solomon Stone going ahead and taking care of both the Bro Brothers.
Well, Solomon Stone's been doing this too damn long to not get through an early salvo. He will be patient, lay in wait, get himself right, and then strike, and that's what he did.
That was exactly what he's doing.
I'm going to pop this sparkler here there, Joey. I'm ready for another.
I'm going to go ahead and do another mountain water right now.
We are popping the death.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. And the Sin City Playboys wreaking havoc.
This tastes wonderful. I love liquid death.
Your face lit up when you
No row! No row!
Liquid death.
Oh,
The action of Chicagoland
You
Championship.
just can't write this stuff. You can't. And right now,
Excuse me, I'm choking on my own sexiness.
you are stroking.
Look at right there. Someone taking it to the Bro Brother. Which one is that one? Is that Hector or Hector or Schmechter? There you go. So there was a tag. There was a tag. Don't listen to the audience. Don't listen to that crowd.
Wow, one word, effervescent. I can only say effervescent.
Effervescent. It's like me. I can't say I can't ever say Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
There you go.
Anyway, right now, oh! And right now the Playboys are doing what the Playboys do, keeping the ring cut off, administering punishment.
Oh, there we go. That echoed right throughout the Chicagoland Championship arena. Tully's good with his chops.
One more time!
Tully is one of the most physically intimidating humans I know. You know, you hear that old adage at Christmas time, when a bell rings, angel gets their wings, right?
I have heard that.
When a chop happens, somewhere Marche Rocket smiles.
who we'll be seeing very shortly.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yes, you have. Big old right hand by Tully.
It should be on a t-shirt.
It should. Pardon me while I go ahead and copy it.
And we have got Tully and a bro going back and forth with punch after punch. That's called tit for tat. And he is not backing down to Tully Bertarelli. Oh my God. That coconut head of Tully Bertarelli. And he has got him up. He's taking a lot of time here. Oh, look at the strength.
Pressing the bro brother right over his head.
Tully TD.
Look at that right there. That's what
He's getting his card. Well, that cardio. It's arm day.
Arm day.
Drops him like a bad habit. And splashes him. I don't think Tully's in this for wins right now. He's in this to hurt people.
Solomon off the top rope. What is he thinking? Knee drop?
Solomon can fly. And their position, he wants proper impact, and he's going to get it. Elbow,
Yeah.
Shades of the Macho Man. Although I think he got the downward assist from that ceiling fan.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow count there by the referee.
I don't think that was a slow count.
I think that was a very slow count. Solomon should have got the 1, 2, 3.
You think everything is a
Solomon
slow
should
count?
have gotten 1, 2, 3, and then me, Solomon, and Tully should have been on their airplane right now going back to Vegas, having a good time.
I don't know how they landed that thing in this parking lot out here. It's not a very big parking lot. And once again, the Playboys doing what they do, manipulating the rules to their advantage.
And just so everyone knows, I only have 6 hours left on my restriction on Facebook to my 30-day ban, which I wonder how that happened.
I wonder what kind of scoundrel turned you in.
Some jerk, I'm sure.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
and we got the big bro.
Wearing sunglasses in the ring.
Big bro.
Big bro right there.
Now Tully is not going to have a size advantage at all. In fact, he might even be at a disadvantage here.
The big bro went through the Mr. Hughes School of Wrestling, another gentleman who used to wear sunglasses in the ring.
Oh, the referee got hit.
Sandwich.
The referee got hit, and now the shenanigans. Oh, no.
What's this?
Oh, the powder.
Powder.
Solomon Stone.
Solomon taking a powder.
Hit the wrong person. Oh, and Tully Bertarelli in the roll-up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Tully Bertarelli is not going anywhere. He could count to 50.
And it's over. You can smell that powder from here.
My God. That is baby. Everything smells baby fresh. Here's the thing. The Econo roll right there. If you sit on a human being with that kind of mass, I don't care who you are, you're not getting up. Tully can't see.
Somebody get him a towel. Get him a towel.
And the Playboys have taken exception with this victory. Oh, they kicked the big bro right out of the ring, and now the little bro, Tad and Chad, are being systematically destroyed. Oh, God. Here it comes. The match is over, for God's sake.
Little bro just suffered a heart attack.
Solomon Stone is not a licensed official. That is a pile of crap.
That counts right there.
That is nothing but a classic case of being a damn bully. You lost the damn match, and now you're just being childless and petulant.
They might have lost the match.
Why is the referee holding their hands up? What the hell is going on here?
We are lost. Mr. Made for TV, Tully B right there going ahead and getting all the accolations from this crowd. Listen to this crowd, listen. You hear that? Nothing but cheers.
That is one of the worst displays of sportsmanship I have ever seen. Tully's mom, Valerie Bertarelli, or Bertinelli, or whatever the hell it is.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. You guys won the second fall, and 2 is better than 1.
Valparaiso, good night.
This is not Valparaiso, you idiot. Tully Bertarelli, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Isn't every city in Indiana pretty much the same?
You should be ashamed of yourself. Your mom, Valerie Bertinelli, is going to be very angry.
Champion right there.
Bertolli? Bertolli? Bertarelli.
Bertarelli.
That's disputed.
Brought to you by Liquid Death. Right here. Let's go ahead and cheers.
That's
to this.
Liquid Death. We're on fire right now. That is cheating. That is rampant cheating. There is no place for that here in this company.
I saw.
You saw everything.
I got the.
There was a pinfall.
It's 2 out of 3.
No,
Two
it's
is
not 2
two
out of.
Wait, okay. 2 is better than 1. I don't care what that
Take
says.
it back
No,
to Greg.
Bring it up to the Greg.
Take it to Greg.
Who wants to see some more championship wrestling? This next match is for the C3 heavyweight title. No, waiting. Shut up. What are you doing out here?
Don't ever call me out again, Moana. I'm gonna smack you still.
Oh, not again.
Somebody call an Uber?
People really think I forget, huh? Think I forget how each and every one of you treated me last night? Shut up!
Shut up.
I said shut up!
What do you want, nerd?
Shut up, I'll tell you exactly what I want. I'll tell you what each and every one of you want.
Put that shirt back on, young man. Oh, God. Oh, I can't unsee this. I wish I could.
He is a monster of masculinity.
He is not.
Last time I was here, you shut up!
Listen to Niedermeyer.
I seem to remember the last time he was here, got his ass kicked.
What ass?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
My name.
We know your name.
For you morons out there.
We know.
Who haven't had the privilege, allow me to introduce myself.
Sigh. Double sigh. SMH. That's shake my heads for you kids.
My name
Oh, God.
Listen.
is Nelson
Listen.
Edwin Robert
That's delayed.
Doolittle.
Oh, the 5th? There's 4 more of these guys right now?
Yeah, the 5th. I knew that was coming.
And I am here to put the entire Chicagoland Championship Wrestling promotion on the map.
That's what he tried to do last time.
Shut up.
We're already on the
I
map.
am here to offer an open challenge to any man
Steve,
who's
sit
big
down.
enough, bad enough, more importantly, man enough to step in the ring with the real man.
You want me to take that challenge? I'll do it.
Sit
I'll
down.
get in that ring
Sit
right
down,
now,
Steve.
damn it.
Sit down. I can't hold you any harder.
I want
Oh, God help us all. Well, Nelson, you gone and done it again. I know that music.
What's that old saying? Be careful what you wish
Yeah.
for?
The last person he wants to see is the Midwest Brass Knuckles champion. Oh, my God. Business is about to pick up because the brawler
and the
cometh.
man to answer that challenge, Jay Cross.
Jay Cross is in Michigan City. Jay Cross is back. Nelson is about to die. Do you want to see a dead body? You're about to see one.
No, Halloween is coming right now. No, Nelson. Nelson, I don't think you need to do this, Nelson. Get up.
You had an open challenge.
No, I didn't mean anyone.
You set the whole locker room.
Nelson is having second thoughts. Greg Hansen, our ring announcer, trying to help him.
Nelson, you know what, bud? I can't even help you with this one. You get what you deserve here, bud.
Oh boy, even Greg Hansen can't save him.
I don't think anybody's going to be able to save Nelson.
The Midwest Brass Knuckles champion. Let's break that down.
Yes.
Brass Knuckles.
Midwest encompasses a lot lot of people. Brass knuckles means we have the fist of fury.
I'll tell you what,
knock people out.
Joey, I've worked with a great many wrestlers over my years in this business. Jay Cross is one of the toughest son of a bitches that I have ever seen lace up a pair of damn boots. And Nelson
Edwin Robert Doolittle V, that's too long to say, has issued an open challenge that Jay Cross has answered. I'm pretty sure when Jay Cross poured his bowl of Fruit Loops this morning, it weighed more than Nerd.
You know what, Halloween coming up here in Chicagoland, I think Nelson just saw a ghost. He has the body mass of a skeleton, and I think Jay Cross right there is going to go ahead and scare the living stuffing out of
Nelson is needing a chair to get. Oh, this is just going to be. You can't watch. Our young fans should not have to witness this slaughter.
Nelson might want to bring that chair
This
back.
is unprofessional. I'm saying it's unsanctioned. Chicagoland Championship Wrestling is not sanctioning this. We are not going to get into a liability situation.
So I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this. See, look at that. Nelson,
we don't even
Nelson
need
wants a
This
handshake.
is going to be over faster than we can say 1, 2, 3.
Nelson wants a nice handshake. See, look at that. Jay Cross should be a little bit more
Jay
humanitarian.
Cross is. Oh.
So, that was.
Is there a bell ringing?
I guess. Ooh, that's
He just chopped Jay Cross, and Jay Cross didn't even feel it, I'm pretty sure.
That's not.
Oh, boy. Nelson, no. Nelson has now realized what he has gotten himself into. He's looking to make friends. Oh, Cross's hand almost caved in his chest.
Let this be a lesson to our younger viewers out there. Sometimes
no.
you need to keep your mouth shut.
He got up close and personal with his hiney right there. That's a hiney shot.
That's a hiney hangover.
My God. Nelson is... Oh, poor Nelson. Alas, Nelson, we knew you well.
Quiet, listen to this.
You know, I was here, I had the right vantage point. Jay Cross's fist actually went through his body. I saw it come out on the other side. Oh, he's got him up. Oh, he's... Oh, my.
I think Nelson could still pull this off.
Where is Rocky with the white flag? Where is Rocky with the damn flag? This is how
Apollo Creed died. Do you remember that?
I do remember.
This is how Apollo died.
Jay
Somebody
Cross.
throw the damn flag.
Jay Cross must break you.
Oh, no. Now what? Oh, Nelson can't even. I don't think Nelson's even conscious. He's out on his feet.
Snake eyes.
Took his head clean off. Game, set, match. Never a doubt.
And the Nerd Open Challenge.
The Brawler, Jay Cross, Midwest Brass Knuckles champion. He came, he saw.
He annihilated.
I mean, that is annihilation in every stretch of the word.
Children all over the world on Amazon Prime, Fight TV, High Spots. Be careful what you ask for because you might get it and it might kick your face off.
Someone has to tell Jonah to stop hunting the white whale because we all know how that ends. He's going to get eaten. Jay Cross did not eat him, but I feel like if he does this again, someone's going to eat him.
Jay Cross just folded Nelson in half. He's going to put him in an envelope and send him back home to
Jay
his mom
Cross,
and dad.
one of the most dangerous men in professional wrestling, just made a statement. And if you think this is his last time in Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, you are dead wrong. Shogun better watch his six. That is a match I would pay money to see. Can I hear you?
Ready to hear me?
I can hear you. Hello?
This is your fault. It's every single one of your fault.
Come on, Steve. Speak on. Hey, look at this. Now I have. You'll be back, Nelson. I got you, baby. Hey, look at this. I think I'm the only one who's going to be talking right now because I can barely hear you.
I can't believe he even walked out of here.
I could barely hear you right now.
Well, you know what? I'll scream louder. You want me to talk louder? I'll talk louder.
I need some liquid death.
This next match
is for the C3 heavyweight title. First, being accompanied to the ring by the legendary C-Red. He is part of the ARC. He is the king of the whole damn show. He is the C3 Ultimate Heavyweight Champion. He's hailing from the kingdom at 175 pounds. Miles Mercer!
All right, here comes the King. And there is C-Red. And what is C-Red wearing?
C-Red is wearing exactly whatever C-Red wants to wear.
That's like a Tampa Bay Buccaneers thing.
Look at that championship. That reminds me of the old Mid-South North American Heavyweight Championship.
And we got the C3 championship on the line here, Joey.
Look at all that hardware he's carrying. Look at all that hardware.
Miles Many Belts is what we'll call him.
I like it. C-Red has definitely got him a main eventer right here.
Well, you know, Miles has been around a minute. Miles has seen, my God, look at all that jewelry. Jesus Christmas. That's a lot of gold.
There's so much gold right now, Mr. T is crying, wishing he had that much.
There's so much gold he can barely get to the ring on his own.
Look at all that. That right there, that's a champion right there. He's not only a champion, he's a king.
Look at all of them, man. You talk all that trash. But we got all that power.
Just to get the hardware off his body.
Who wants the smoke? You who wants?
Right there, C-Red, the manager of champions. Look at him right there. Steve, I think he's looking right at you.
I don't think C-Red
right
has a
at you.
championship. C-Red is not a title holder. That is the C3 championship.
This is a belt.
That's a title belt. I love it. That's a beautiful title belt. C-Red, hey, you and C-Red, you know.
I'm very happy that C-Red is here to tell me what that is.
This is like a power hour right here.
Hey, you tell me, how many?
Tuesday nights.
Which title is on the line at this moment? The C3 Ultimate Heavyweight Wrestling Championship is on the line.
So one of those 8 belts is on the line, not all of them. Let's be clear.
Well, you ready for your opponent?
Mercer's so great he can defend every single title
Oh
at
boy!
once.
Everybody stand back! We're about to have.
It's
It's about to be history.
Shaq Jordan!
Oh, baby, Shaq!
Jordan!
It's a Shaq attack, baby! And Shaq Jordan is here! Shaq Jordan in the house, the Shaq attack, baby!
Shaq Jordan versus the King. Miles Many Belts. C-Red knows exactly what he's doing right now. He's not afraid. Look at Miles back in that corner with all those championship belts. C-Red has himself one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time right now, the King, Miles Mercer. Shaq Jordan, look at that. He's going ahead. And who's the ref? Hey, look at the referee.
That's Damian Saint. Damian Saint, the man with the most incredible beard on the planet. Shaq Jordan, a product of Wrestle League. And this kid has all the talent in the world. And that C3 title would look great around the waist of Shaq Jordan.
Hopefully Damian Saint has the arm strength to hold that championship belt above his head when he presents it to the crowd. There we go. Look at that.
And Shaq Jordan is going to lose his sweat as Miles disrobes.
He's got to take off about 15 titles.
Exactly. Bring that belt over here. I definitely want to check it. Take a look at this thing.
Damian Saint, Earth 212.
No different. Bring it over here. Let's see.
Damian
I want to see
Saint,
this
as an
thing.
official,
Look at this belt.
is
Look
a
at
proof
it.
that the multiverse is real.
Look at this thing. That's a smack.
That is a beautiful
I just smacked myself in the face. Ah, beautiful.
Miles is still disrobing. We're 5 minutes into this match, and Miles is still taking off his hardware. All right. The referee has yet to call for the bell. We're waiting with anticipation as Shaq and Miles should be one of the matches of the night. These two kids, they can go and go all night long.
This is going to be a hard,
Damian
hard.
Saint calls for the bell, and we have got Silky versus Shaq.
Measuring each other up right off the bat.
If this were a football game, Jim Nance and Tony Romo would have the call. But it's us, Joey and Steve.
Yes! I mean, yeah, Joey and Steve. You're definitely going to put me first.
I always put Joey first. Joey puts Joey first. That's a fine looking title on that young man. That's our bell ringer.
That's a heavy belt.
It's a hefty pile. Watch the liquid death.
Don't knock over
Do
our
not
liquid
steal
death.
that. I cannot be responsible for what happens to the laptop. And Miles has got him locked up.
On the ropes. Shoulder block.
Miles Mercer,
And Miles
very
Mercer just
aggressive.
wiping that shoulder block right off.
Shaq is having none of it. Shaq is having none of his mess.
This is a good feel-out process right now. Shaq is feeling out Miles Mercer. Miles Mercer is feeling out Shaq. And Miles Mercer just felt an elbow from Shaq. Turn your back on Shaq Jordan. That's what you get right there. Skin the cap, bringing him over. To the outside.
Oh, yeah. And Shaq, very impressive. My God.
Miles Mercer smart to move, but Shaq even smarter to roll right back into that ring.
And C-Red is even shot. C-Red and Miles having a discussion what the hell they get themselves into. Now listen, in just about every match he's in, Miles Mercer is typically the superior athlete. He is in the greatest physical shape of his life, and I've seen him since day one. But Shaq Jordan is on another level, on another world, on another planet of physicality.
And Miles Mercer is on another plane of brain power right there. Look at that. He's just
Did you see the elevation on that drop kick? My God.
That's a Jim Brunzell type drop
Holy
kick.
Toledo. Miles is looking for counsel. And C-Red high stepping it on over.
Yeah. No. C-Red just fixing his shorts.
Why you out of my business? No, why you out of my business? No. Why you out of my business, bro? Why you out of my business?
Why is Shaq messing with C-Red? C-Red is doing absolutely nothing.
What do you got?
Oh, there you go. That's why C-Red right there is the
And it was a fake. It was a fake. They faked it. It was a hidden ball trick. C-Red and Miles Mercer just got over on Shaq Jordan using the hidden ball trick. That is the first time that has ever happened in wrestling.
That's the reason C-Red is a multi-time Manager of the Year. That's why he was the Midwest Wrestling Reunion Manager of the Year recipient. That's why C-Red has done so much in this organization, so much in every single company. He's been champion many times over. He's managed champions. That right there is the greatest manager of all time.
Yeah, he eyed.
It's not fabulous, but he's pretty damn good.
Hey, nobody knows Red better than I do. Power Hour every Tuesday night. Don't miss it.
I'm starting to question.
And right now, Miles is trying to inflict his will on Shaq Jordan. He is choking him out.
Damian Saint pushing back Miles Mercer. Somebody tell Ginger Greg to sit down. He's been running around like crazy all over the place.
That's what
he's
he
over
does.
there, he's over there. He's all over the place. Somebody tell him to sit down.
Greg Hansen's everywhere you want to be, and in the ring right now,
I don't
Miles Mercer with the advantage.
I don't want him to.
And Shaq just kicked the taste right out of his mouth.
We'll call that the COVID kick.
Irish ripping into the corner. See right there, I think Shaq lured him into that corner. Oh, there we go.
What a maneuver by Miles Mercer in the cover.
Heck of a neck break. Heck of a neck break. Now Miles Mercer's awake.
And C-Red is getting into it with Damian Saint.
You know, Miles Mercer, Miles many belts. He's not going to take Shaq. He's not going to take Shaq for granted right there. There's a reason why he's a multi-time champion.
Miles many belts indeed. And right now he has taken Shaq Jordan to the woodshed.
C-Red getting into it with some of these, I don't know if you call that
Kevin
guy
didn't do anything.
Kevin's
just enjoying a damn show.
He's going to drop a nuke.
Why bother Nuke? You don't bother Nuke.
Well, he's got JPEG.
Michael Myers doesn't bother Nuke. Happy birthday, by the way.
He's got JPEG the paycheck sitting next to him. He's probably going to start crying when next.
You might be right about that. And Shaq, in desperation, gets Miles off of him. And Shaq missed completely.
A little bit slow
But
there.
Miles did not miss with that lariat.
I don't know. Shaq was a little bit slow there. Maybe he pulled something right there. He was a little bit slow going to that corner.
Miles has been on top of him since jump.
I was taking a little bit too much time there. You can't let Shaq Jordan go ahead and catch his breath right now because he can pull out a victory within a second. All it takes is 3 to win.
Shaq sits down and the little head to chin contact and then a lariat of his own.
High chop. Nice. That's a Greco-Roman elbow to the face.
Shaq Jordan trying to make his date with destiny to become the C3 champion. And he's pulling out the stops. Shoulder tackle and both men go flying.
Wow.
C-Red looking concerned. I think C-Red feels that he may need to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
I've not seen C-Red this nervous in a long, long time.
And Shaq jumps up. I think Shaq hurt his back. Shaq is holding his lower back area.
Stop playing with this young boy.
Miles is rolling around in
Stop
agony.
playing with this boy. Come on.
Looks like Miles is begging up. Miles does not beg.
Come on.
I think the kids in the front row are putting something in the way so C-Red trips. Sling blade. And a cover 1, 2. Oh my.
C-Red almost saw the C3 championship slip right through his fingers.
C-Red is starting to realize that they may have bitten off more than they can chew here. The ARC, violent, dominant, deadly. But Shaq Jordan is on fire.
Come on.
I swear those kids are trying to kill Red.
We're not too far from Detroit, so hey, kind of like the game.
Miles.
Go behind. Oh, look what's going on. Miles Mercer going for a
Miles
sunset
goes
flip. Can't hold him, though.
Hold him. Gets it again, cinches it in.
Look at the strength. Look at the power of Miles Moneybout. Right there, all the way up and down.
Both men go down and go down hard.
That took a lot out of
Miles for the
Mercer.
cover.
And he got the
And there he got it. And Red relieved.
Your winner and still
There you go.
Ultimate
Right
Heavyweight
there.
Champions,
See
the
Red dodged the
King,
bullet.
Miles
give it up.
Mercer!
I'm gonna give him hell on Tuesday for that one.
Give him hell. What are you going to give him hell for? This man won the match. You got to give him accolades, congratulations, kudos, and not cooties.
I'll tell you what, a hell of a performance by Miles Mercer to retain his title, but what a job by Shaq Jordan. That could have gone either way, and that's the best part about Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, the competition, the excellence that John Bullard goes and gets. These two.
It's Chicagoland Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, there's no foregone conclusions. There's no, oh, I know who's going to do this, I know who's going to do that. Every single match in Chicagoland Championship Wrestling is a surprise. You never know who's going to win when you go into that squared circle right there. Everybody's just matched up perfection.
And I don't think the rivalry between Shaq Jordan and Miles Mercer is even far from over.
Not at all. Not bad.
Shaq came out short today, but I know he'll be back and he'll get another shot at
Get
that
this
title.
video! Anybody on IG, Facebook, Snapchat, anywhere, come get it. 5 of them things, man.
Miles Mercer's a king for a reason.
Miles many belts, collects all his trophies.
See Red calling from the microphone. Okay, okay, hey, be quiet. Get some words of wisdom.
You must have said Max Smash. That's what you guys gotta get on the ring. Announce the next match.
You guys aren't participating.
Announce the next match.
Greg Hansen does not take direction very well.
Please.
Miles Mercer wants the next match in the ring. What's going on here? Look at
Well,
that.
I mean, I know the next match features another member of the ARC. So maybe they want to stick around for the arrival
This
of
next match
the
is
Fist.
for the Urban Honored Crown, which will be under UHC rules. The rules are 20-second countouts, and you can win via pinfall, submission, or knockout.
We know.
First, the challenger for the UHC Championship, hailing from the south side of Chicago, weighing 265 pounds.
He's part of what?
Jackson Stampede Larkin! And also representing the ARC!
Best times, worst times.
ARC is here in droves
Skipping the
tonight.
curse.
Listen to the wonderful applause from the crowd.
And that right there is why C-Red was staying in the ring and demanding Greg Hansen start this match, is because this is yet another member of the ARC. And there he is. This is a monster of a human, the man with a concrete fist, Jackson P. Larkin. We saw him in previous shows taking on the likes of Brave and Fett.
The ARC looking to add more hardware to their collection tonight. Why is there a shark on the table?
And we have got the ARC in full power right now.
Yeah, right there. C-Red, the manager of Champions.
We have got celebrities in the crowd. We got Louis the Wrench talking with John Bullard here. We gotta love that. Uh-oh! And C-Red and Miles making their way to the back.
Somebody give Miles a wheelbarrow so he can take all those championship belts back to the back.
Hailing from Buffalo, New York, weighing 215 pounds, he's the grimiest of all time. Give it up for the Ewok!
Ladies and
I'll tell
gentlemen,
you what, there may be harder strikers in this business, but I've never seen them.
Ladies and gentlemen, you might want to get your earlobes up to your speakers right now, because if you want to hear hard hits, you want to hear splats, you want to hear punches, you're going to hear it in this match right now. You are talking about two of the hardest hitting guys in all of professional wrestling. This match is going to be tough and brutal.
I'll tell you what, nobody strikes harder than Ewok. Nobody entertains harder than Ewok. When they made the Ewok, they broke the damn mold. There can be only one, and he's not the Highlander, he's the Ewok.
Jackson P. Larkin breaks the mold by punching into those concrete fists of his.
Look, I'm not discounting how hard Jackson P. Larkin hits. I mean, the ARC is very methodical in who they bring into the fold. But I just don't, oh my God!
Starting early, ring the bell.
He took the belt right out of Ewok's hand. The disrespect has begun from jump. If Jackson P. Larkin wanted to irritate Ewok, he has certainly done it.
This is as close to a bullfight you're ever going to get inside of a wrestling ring. When these two heads hit, there's going to be nothing but fireworks and pain.
Folks, it's time to put the kids to bed. This is an after-hours match. This is going to be violent on a different level. This is going to feel different.
And here we go. Listen to that. I don't think a nipple just fell off.
Ewok doing Ewok things.
You say nipple?
And Jackson Larkin will not be outdone.
That whipping to the corner by Ewok, the ring moved like 3 inches, but Jackson P. Larkin came back like it was nothing.
Oh my.
Here we go.
And it is a slugfest. And when I say slugfest, I mean, oh my!
There's not enough doors for Katie to bar on this one.
The power and the fury of which Jackson P. Larkin swung and missed, if he would have connected, that might have been it.
The hush, the crowd is hushed. You hear a little faint Ewok chant, the crowd is hushed because they want to hear the brutality that you're going to see.
And now they're on the outside of the ring.
Referee, just let them go. Let them go. They have a 20 count.
There are people with concessions trying to get back to their seats. This is a bad time. You don't know where these people are going to fight.
They're going to fight all over the Chicagoland Championship Arena.
Oh boy.
There they go. Look at that. Let's just listen.
Well, as Greg Hansen explained during the pre-match, it's a 20 count, so Damien's going to count the 20.
God, I hope he doesn't have to take off his shoes.
Even John Bullard is chanting Ewok. Even John Bullard hates Larkin, so I feel like you're the only one that likes
I think I'm the only one who likes Larkin in this whole entire building right now. Larkin is going to be the new champion tonight. Mark my words on that one.
And Larkin pulls the Ewok back outside, and the count is broken.
There's two of us who like Ewok.
That man chastised me already. I'm mad at him.
Ewok is pounding away on Larkin on the outside. I told you this is going to be a heavy-handed match.
We almost sat on that sign.
Right in front of Craig Hansen, one of the other premier managers in the Chicagoland area.
Mr. John Park in the house.
Oh, did I call him by his name?
You did. But I got your back, Park.
You got my back, Park.
There can be only one Greg Hansen.
There could only be one.
Man, we got a lot of Highlander situations.
I know, we have a lot of Highlander situations.
Oh, and now Larkin's got him. Oh,
oh, slam on that floor.
That is a hardwood floor. There are no pads outside the ring.
There's no blue pads out here. There are no black tumbling mats out here. This is Chicagoland Championship
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
This is Chicago strong style.
This is strong style right here. This is what we do. This is what this company does. It's getting me fired up. It makes me want to go back into the ring. But I don't want to fight any of these guys.
Not me, Jack.
Just back in the ring because I think I see $1 sitting
there. There are two men out there looking to do harm to each other. I want no part. Larkin rolling Ewok back and bringing the cover. You are not going to pin the Ewok with a cover like that. Absolutely on no day.
That cover is just to humiliate Ewok a little bit. Just go, look, he didn't hook a leg, he didn't hook an arm, he didn't hook anything. Just look, hey, I could still get a 2 count on you. All he needs to do is Ewok to snooze and get that 3 count. Good on drop down right on Ewok's back. Loosening up that back.
Clap for him, make some noise for him, right?
Can't pick anybody up if you have a hurt back, that's for darn sure.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at this match right here. Ewok would have punched in the boiler.
That's the thing. You can punch and pummel Ewok all you want. He is never going to stop. He's like the Terminator. He will not stop. He will not surrender. You will have to knock him out to take that title. He said it before. It's going to take death to pry that title out of his cold, dead hand.
Snapmare cover. Look at the forearm right in the face. That's what you do. You go ahead, you smother that nose. Tears are going to go up in his eyes. He's not going to know exactly where he's at. Now the wear down.
Jackson P. Larkin doing the smart thing. You know, if you're going to win by knockout, you beat your opponent down and you render him inoperative.
The best part of this move right now is Ewok is sucking air and Jackson P. Larkin is gathering air. He's using this as a breather right now. Ewok has his whole entire 250-pound frame pushing down on him while Jackson is breathing through his nostrils. It's like two big oak trees going at it.
Ewok wearing down the bigger man. That might be what he has to do to take a victory. Drops it right in the back of his head.
It's kind of like a snapback suplex right there. Didn't get any height on it, but he didn't need the height. All he did is drop him on the back of his neck, and that's pretty darn good. Ewok
imploring Larkin to get back to a vertical base.
Try for an inverted atomic trap.
And Larkin almost in desperation, who gets the cover, but only gets two. Damian Saint right where he needs to be.
This match has not gone on very long, but both of these guys are sucking wind right now because they're just beating the stuffing out of each other. That's what happens.
The only thing more impressive than Damian Saint's beard is his ability to call a match.
Another gut-wrench standing suplex right there.
He dropped Ewok like he was a bag of garbage. That's impressive. Impressive strength by the card-carrying member of the ARC. You can see Red's tutelage at work here.
I think Jackson's wasting a little bit too much time. He needs to be right back on top of Ewok. He's giving him a little bit too much of a breather right there.
That's the common denominator. That is not a bell ring. That is the common denominator of anybody in the ARC. They are patient. See Red teach patience and violence and cheating. But right now, the ARC not at ringside. They have left Jackson out on an island, which is very un-ARC-like.
Ewok is one count away from losing his championship.
New champ!
What? Well, now you shouldn't be advertising that, kid.
Not yet, Larkin.
You're gonna need to, you've still got some work to do if you're going to wave that title over your head.
Seems to me Jackson's just a little bit lost. Maybe he needs C-Red out here. C-Red would not
absolutely depleted.
C-Red would not have let him lollygag that much. Like that word lollygag?
Look at this lackadaisical cover. You are not even going to get a half a count.
Cannot sell Ewok short.
C-Red should have some commentary on that one. That is a wasted opportunity.
I think the referee needs to get in there. These are several.
That is not ARC-like.
These are several forearms to the back of Ewok's head. He might be out of it. He should stop this championship match right now and award the title to Jackson P. Larkin.
All of them.
ARC needs more belts.
Only if he's knocked out. And he's still moving. Ewok's still drawing breath. And the chant comes from this capacity crowd. It is standing room only here in Michigan City. As you can see by all the people standing in the room.
I see that. Is that No Coast over there?
I do see No Coast. I see Mateo Valentine in attendance. We've got celebrities everywhere. I see Cactus Rack in the back of the facility.
That is why Chicagoland Championship Wrestling is the premier organization.
Power Hour, well represented at this show.
Forget about everybody else. This right here is where all the action is. You got Steve Aaron and Joey Roth calling the action. Oh, Ewok finally woke up. Explosive right there.
And the Ewok has seen enough.
Jackson P. Larkin with the spear on Ewok, and here it is. It is over. 3, 2.
Wow, that was close.
That's 3, ref.
Actually, that was 2. Damian Saint was right on top of that. If he says a 2 count, damn it, then it's a 2 count, Joey Roth.
Come in. It's over.
He's wasting time here. See, if C-Red was out here at ringside, he would not be wasting time.
That seems like something I just said like 3 minutes ago.
Oh, and he's winding up the concrete fist.
Here we go.
Here it comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't blink because you're about to see someone's lights being turned off.
If he hits this, it's over.
It is over. Duck under. Spinebuster.
Spinebuster recovered.
Boom.
And Ewok defends. Ewok defends.
And still your UHC and Wrestling Champion, the Ewok!
Jackson P. Larkin did a hell of a job making this a match that we'll never forget. But in the end, the hardest striker in the game, the man that will not die, the unkillable Ewok, comes out on top, and he is still the UHC champion dancing. Uh-oh.
What's going on here? Ewok attack from behind.
Is that Damian Tyler?
That's Damian Tyler right
What
here.
the hell is Damian Tyler doing here?
Look at that. Oh, just when Ewok just defended his title in a hard-hitting match. Look at this. Damian Tyler with a headbutt.
This is unacceptable. Damian Tyler not even on this card, and he's pushing the official. You should not put your hands on Damian Saint ever.
We're going to need some people to run out of this ring to break this up.
And he's got a crossface. He's got the crossface at point.
Damian Tyler has nothing to do but just make Ewok wish he wasn't there.
Damian Tyler taking liberties after Ewok had put his body through hell.
The crowd is silenced
Tyler
right now.
making a statement.
Tyler with the championship belts right in his hand, over the wall and destroyed body of the Ewok. And this crowd wants to go into that ring and tear him apart.
Laying the champ's belts out. Such a sign of disrespect. What the hell is Damian Tyler even doing in Michigan City today?
He is making a statement right now. That's exactly what Damian Tyler is doing right now. And Ewok, he unfortunately is the one who was the recipient of that
Damian
statement.
Saint is trying to get some help.
Referees.
Here come the other zebras.
Here's the other officials. They're going to have to call.
They are going to need to help. And John Bullard has come out. He wants to look in on his friend, the Ewok.
The referees have to go to Spatula City and get one to get Ewok off the mat.
Spatula City. John Bullard checking on Ewok, the refs carrying him out. Greg Hansen retrieving his belt. Ewok is in a bit of a bad way.
Ewok has no idea where he's at right now. Look at the look on his face.
Look of concern in John Bullard's eyes. He has just seen what has unfolded. I can't wait to see what he does. John Bullard is going to have some decisions to make.
All right, look. You got a camera in my face. You seen what happened out there. I had that man dead to rights. And he comes out of here with a lucky-ass spine buster. And now you got a camera in my face. What, do you want to know how I feel? I'm freaking pissed off. And from this point on, let CCW be warned. Jackson Larkin is coming. No more games, no more bullshit. Because now it's a fucking problem. And I plan on solving every problem in that building. You've been warned.
Ah, you already know who it is. We out here dripping like a hot water pipe, boy. Your boy the Ewok successfully defended both of these bad boys right here. Anybody in the city, anybody in the state, anybody in the Midwest, come and get that ass whooped. Cause the Ewok means business. The Ewok is a new school king of old school. The Ewok is just dripping so pretty. And like I said, it's a Chicago takeover. Pull up and get that ass whooped.
And we're gonna send it back into the ring to the ginger hair genius, Greg Hansen.
It's that time in the show where you get to get up, stretch your legs, meet your favorite wrestlers, but most of all, you can meet your new favorite author. Let's hear it for Coriander Bullard.
Corey is now a best-selling author. Go get a copy of her book.
Her new book, Key Chat, Demon Hunter. Head on over to the Chicagoland merch table where you can get her book from her, possibly signed.
Who's ready for the second half of the show? I can't hear you. Come on.
I guess that's convincing enough. Just kidding. Real fast, I want to say thank you guys. You have been fantastic. This has been great. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. Now, who's ready to kick it off with some more action? This next match is a singles competition scheduled for one fall. First, hailing from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 400 pounds, he is representing the Chicago Connection. He is the master of the Chicago Bear Hug, Steve Michaels.
Beware the Chicago Bear Hug.
Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are right now, stand at attention and recognize
Oh my God.
the Connection. Stand
It's
up.
the Chicago Connection. That's Kingpin right there. Oh, they're here.
We stand proud.
They're here. You're a member. Hey, I am not.
I am number 23, baby.
I'm a fabulous idol right now.
If I wasn't doing this, I'd be down there right now at ringside.
All right, you know what? Hey, I even understand the respect of Chicago Connection. You go ahead. Tell us who we're looking at right now.
The fist of power to the man, the legend, Cognito freaking Jones, and his mailbox are here, baby.
That right there. That's P.L. Myers. Oh my
P.L.
gosh.
Myers, the maestro of the Connection, carrying that flag, representing the company with Michaels in that ring. And look, and I am in awe of Steve Michaels.
What
And his opponent, hailing from the soul of America.
I must admit I'm a little conflicted there, Joey.
Are you ready for
All-Day Marche
one of the greatest professional wrestlers to ever enter the ring? You could have your Dwayne Johnsons. You could have your John Cena's. You could have your whomever, Jericho, whatever. I don't care. This, right here, everybody be quiet when I say this name. All Day Marche Rocky. I might not see eye to eye with him on a lot of things, but even I, in my cold villain heart, can understand that Marche Rocket is a future Hall of Famer in any organization he could ever possibly
All Day
want to be.
Marche Rocket.
Right there.
He is a 6-tool talent in a 5-tool world. Mr. M80, the franchise. Marche Rocket going all day, all night, and whenever you want him to go. Mr. NWA, Mr. Impact. He has been there. He has done that. He has seen it all. He has done it all. But unfortunately today, Marche Rocket might fall victim to a numbers game because the Connection travels and travels well.
You should know that more than anybody in this
We
whole
know
entire
the history that Marche and Michaels have. They are not strangers to each other by any means.
It doesn't matter if it's Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. It doesn't matter if it's a wrestling company in Illinois, California, Florida, Japan, anywhere you want to go. These two guys know each other very well, and you are going to see fireworks from Lockup 1 to Pinfall, whatever.
You want to start the second half of the return on fire? You've come to the right place.
Holy smokes, and we get to call this match. You know what, hey, Joey Roth is a lot of things, but right now he's a wrestling fan. Cannot believe he gets to call this match with Marche. Oh my gosh.
Marche Rocket and Steve Michaels square off in the middle of the ring. It's power on power. Force on force, size on size.
The Chicago Connection. This is All Day Marche right here. The immovable immovable force against
The immovable object.
Exactly.
And Michaels taking each shot that Marche's willing to deal out.
See, but Marche has a whole number of games against him. He's got Cognito Jones. He's got the Kingpin, the devious, the diabolical Kingpin. And who's the man? Who's the tall man? P.L. Myers, the man who put Chicagoland Championship Wrestling on, not just all of Chicagoland Wrestling on the map. P.L. Myers.
Rocket dumps Michaels outside the ring.
It's all right.
And if you're in the front row, watch out.
Whoa!
Marche will come out and do just that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And it's Sunday, so we might get another one.
And that's why Marche is a rocket. You see him fly over that top rope.
Rocket's red glare, and Michaels is in trouble.
Such a
chop, a signature chop. And Rock's even a big man like Michaels.
P.L. Myers and Cognito Jones. Okay, Kingpin coming behind with that bowling pin. That's
and
all
that
right.
one was harder than the first. That even hurt Marche's hand a little bit.
That hurt my hand. I'm only sitting here looking next to you. What a tremendous match we're at. Look at that hard-hitting action you're going to get right here with Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. A punch by Steve Michaels.
And Michaels with a response to those chops. Big fists.
I keep on wanting to say Steve McMichael. Our hearts and prayers and love out to Steve McMichael right now. We love you, buddy.
No doubt. But this is the Chicago Bear Hug, the master. And if Marche Rocket finds himself on the business end of a bear hug, he could be in a lot of trouble.
Right into the post. Oh, right into the post. Reversal by Marche.
Oh my, he took the arm out. And Michaels can't employ that bear hug if he can't squeeze, and his arm is broken.
Okay, what's the deal with the mailbox? Okay, I know Cognito Jones with that mailbox. What's going on here?
Special delivery, Joey.
Yeah. SD. Tremendous splash there by Marche. You know, people are going to be like this. It's hard-hitting, slow action right now. These guys right here, they are telegraphing every single maneuver they do. Every single hit, every single kick is telegraphed by these two tremendous athletes right now. You're not going to see a lot of flying head scissors. You're not going to see a lot of flip-flops, thigh slaps, or anything like that.
Myers offered a slight distraction, grabbing the foot of Marche Rocket and giving Michaels an opening. And that lariat almost taking the head off Marche Rocket.
That's why P.L. Myers, that's why wrestling managers such as myself, C-Red, Joseph Park, anybody goes ahead and we learn from the book of P.L. Myers. By the way, you can buy his book, Shot to the Top, on Amazon.
Shot to the top indeed. P.L. Myers
You should know that.
saving his connection member right there with a well-placed effect to the foot.
I tell you, but Marche Rocket, you know, he's a good hand in the ring. The peeps love this guy.
Oh, the fans are getting into it with the Kingpin.
That size 15 foot by Steve Michaels crushing the head of Marche Rocket on the bottom turnbuckle. This audience getting behind Marche all day.
Marche, just when you think you got him down, he can rock it out and come back. No pun intended. And Michaels right back into it.
Such agility by Marche.
Nobody elevates on a drop kick quite like Marche Rocket. The elevation, he not only put that in the chest, he almost put that in his chin.
Which only brought Steve Michael to a knee. Did not knock him down.
Did not
knock him down on his back. Right on his knees. Kingpin stalking the ring right now. Throat thrust by Steve Michael to all-day Marche.
Michaels is so brutal, so tough. And he caught him.
Wow.
He caught Marche Rocket. Has him in a bad spot.
Marche, 250 pounds, just slammed down by Steve Michael.
That is the power of Michael.
The Chicago connection.
And Marche finds a way to kick out.
P.L. Myers getting out of the referee's case. They're saying it's a 3 count. P.L. might have a case on that one right there.
Much like the great managers of all time, P.L. Myers always has a plan. I don't know what it is right now. I'm on commentary, and my job is to do a good job representing the connection on commentary. I can't show bias. But right now, Michaels is feeling it, and he is ascending to a height that a big man his size should not be able to do. Marche's going to be a stain if he hits it.
I am surprised the ring was still constructed after that.
Marche out of the way at the last possible second.
This match is not going to be pretty, but damn well it's going to be tough.
Marche Rocket gets up, Michaels up there at opposite corners of the ring. Marche flies through the air with the greatest of ease.
Flying like a rocket, here we go, big scoop slam!
Wow, he got that giant man over a power slam!
That power slam was so powerful, the ref flew out of the ring, 2 count.
That is as close as you are gonna get, my friends. Right now, Marche in a little bit of pain, wondering what he is gonna have to do to put this monster away. And P.L. Myers is on the apron now.
Come on, Marche's got to be smarter than that. Don't worry about. Oh, Guzzo by.
Michaels got him by the throat.
He's got him by the Guzzo. Big old choke slam coming up. Looks like. Oh, elbows by Marche.
Marche's not going that direction, at least right now.
It's clothesline.
Spear! 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 Marche Rocket is feeling it now.
The Chicago Connection, they better get themselves together right now or else they're going to lose this match. There we go. That's what you need right there.
Waiting for the
Cognito Jones in the ring.
Jones from behind.
Special delivery. Oh, he caught it.
And Marche caught the mailbox. Oh, Marche knocks Cognito Jones. Marked him right out of the damn ring.
It's a numbers game right now. Marche not knowing what's going on. Here we go, right?
And now Michaels has him, gets him up.
Choke slam. Unbelievable. I am totally shocked, and I cannot believe what we just saw right there. Basically, I saw Marche manhandled, not only by Steve Michael, by the Chicago Connection. I have never seen Marche all day Rocket handled the way he is just handled by the Chicago Connection. What the hell have you guys been drinking?
They just kicked Marche out of the ring.
That right there was a statement by the Chicago Connection.
I'll tell you what, the Connection certainly looked in charge. They looked strong, and it took a village, but they took down Marche Rocket. Now here's the thing. Marche Rocket is going to see this footage. He's going to see what Kingpin did. He knows what Kingpin did.
You know what? There's only thing I could say is Marche did not count on the numbers game. You had Cognito Jones jumping in the ring. You had Kingpin with the ultimate distraction. You had P.L. Myers.
Everybody else. That is what's to come.
Taxes and the Chicago Connection doing Chicago Connection things. You just saw it right here in the city.
Unbelievable. Joey Roth is not very, I'm not speechless for very many times, but that right there, Marche Rocket was manhandled by the Chicago Connection. But you have to understand right now that Marche will be back, and the Chicago Connection are going to have a lot of answers, a lot of questions to be answered. Liquid Death promotes this.
Weighing 125 pounds, Manny Cortez!
Uh-oh. Is it that time?
Is it that time? God, I hope this is not a Carl Morris dance break.
That music. And here he comes. That, of course, is Manny Cortez. Lucha extraordinaire.
Manny Cortez, one of our tremendous luchadors. Look at that.
The only thing more impressive than his fashion style is his in-ring presence.
If anybody knows anything about luchador wrestling, they know they are famous for their fancy costumes, their fancy moves, and their fancy, flashy everything that they do.
And his opponent. His weight is a secret, yet he hails from Korea, Japan. From the DragonGate promotion in Japan, let's hear it for La Estrella!
Here is the international flavor that only Chicagoland Championship Wrestling provides. Nobody else around here does this.
What you are about to see is La Estrella from DragonGate. I have wanted to see this man perform for a long time, and we are going to get it right now.
Báilame como si fuera la última vez y enséñame ese pasito que no sé, un besito bien suavecito, bebé. Taqui taqui, taqui taqui rumba.
There we go.
There is the man, La Estrella! All the way from DragonGate. The man is here. What a match this is going to be. You want international flavor? Look no further than Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. John Bullard said, we are Chicago style, and you're going to get that here.
I'm going to go ahead and put a little precursor to this. You are not watching this on fast forward. You are watching this at real speed.
So we've got Cortez. We've got La Estrella. And we got a bell to ring.
It's La Estrella.
We got a bell to ring. There we go.
I got to do your job too. La Estrella.
La Estrella, that's what I said.
That's right. I thought you said.
La Estrella, La Estrella.
What? Here we go. Good old handshake to start. Oh, maybe not.
Appealing to the fans, they want to see some good, clean sportsmanship. After that last match, we need it.
Exactly. This would be a good match right here. Go by. What a nice arm drag. I don't know. Roxy Hart, what do you think about this match?
I'm very excited to see how this is going to play out.
That right there, Roxy Hart, the sexiest woman in all of professional wrestling. That's why Roxy and I, we're the symbols of everything, babe.
I have no comment. It would be inappropriate for me to make a comment here, so I'm just going to say her raspberry beret is on point.
Yeah.
We have got some flash and flare in that ring. This is what John wanted. This is what he wanted this company to be. A place that is home for all styles.
Doesn't matter if you're from Mexico, Japan, China, Australia, Ireland, wherever. Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Don't let the name Chicagoland fool you. It's not just Chicagoland people. We're just based in Chicagoland. This right here is why we are the most premier company. Listen to the respect that this audience are giving these two athletes. Even I could recognize
Cortez
that.
Cortez and La Estrella have wrestled to a stalemate here. Cortez looking for an upper hand.
Nice little frog.
Look at that speed. Cortez, wow, my goodness. Too fast and too furious.
Right at the ropes.
Oh, my God.
Nice. Drop kick.
And out of the ring goes Cortez.
Cortez on the floor.
La Estrella's about to join. Oh!
Estrella. There we go. Right. There we go. That's a nice souvenir for someone in the front row.
They flew into the lap of the front row. One more.
This audience is dumbfounded by what they're seeing right now. Drop kick. Watch out, John Bullard.
Oh my God, they went over to the merch table. These guys are flying everywhere. Fans are running for cover.
Right by the lucha table. Nice. Might as well go ahead and kick him one on the outside.
There is violence afoot here on the outside. The ref is counting.
Into the corner post.
Oh! I told these fans they got to keep their head on a swivel.
The audience just does not know what to make of this. They have never seen action like this.
Participation segment of our show.
Look at everybody with their camera phones out.
Well, they want to catch this action for posterity.
Tell that little guy with
They
the,
know they were here and they were alive during this.
is that Richard Atkinson with the green bandana? Tell him to sit down.
I don't name names.
I do. He could sit down. Indie ring on
And
Facebook.
they are way in the back of this facility. We can barely see them at this point. There
Right
are
by
a sea
the
of
merch
people
table.
watching what's going on.
Everybody's just like watching everything that they're doing. The referee's
Cortez
even
is
dumbfounded.
walking Estrella around the building and
Right
walks
back
him right
in.
back into the ring. You know, I feel bad for Xavier. He's got to catch all this on camera.
If anybody can, he
He's
can.
going to eat a Snickers when this is done. Or a liquid death.
How about if you dip the Snickers in the liquid death?
That would be heaven.
Such a great drink.
Oh,
Such a, what a
now
chop.
we've got some strikes being exchanged in the center of that ring. That's a universal language of pain. Doesn't matter where you're from, that hurts.
Forearm.
Why Estrella launched into the stratosphere?
Estrella with a springboard elbow.
The fans are getting into this.
Double
Two
knee.
knees, no waiting.
Up and over.
Look at that physicality and athleticism. What is in the water at DragonGate? Oh my goodness.
Out to the outside. Oh my God.
If you need to be sold on DragonGate, that's amazing.
DragonGate Wrestling right here. Only in Chicagoland Championship Wrestling are you going to see action like this. Nowhere else around here. Nowhere else.
Cortez in real trouble right now as Estrella is making his way back into the ring for the cover finally.
Don't count Cortez out. Estrella looking around. What's he gonna think? What's he thinking of next?
The audience is literally breathless.
Here we go.
These guys have put on a damn clinic.
That's the ropes. Look at the springboard. Nice fake out. From the bottom rope.
And Cortez, out of desperation perhaps, at least slowed down Estrella.
Cortez calling him up. Nice kick to the head. I like that.
Cortez going up to the danger zone.
Corkscrew.
Throwing his body across the ring.
Corkscrew body press right there. What a maneuver. That was pretty awesome, man. Even Joey Roth could respect this.
Come on. Fans are absolutely riveted to what's going on in that ring.
Nice kick. There we go. Going for sunset flip. There we go. One. Almost got
Cortez
that.
almost got him. Cortez was right there a millisecond away from a victory.
Definitely got to watch these guys because the 3 count could come out of nowhere. These two kind of remind me when I used to wrestle all the time. It looks like they stole all of the removes from the Joey Roth playbook.
Estrella, I don't care what area code you are, 219-847-619. It's all the same when you get kicked in the face.
To the top rope.
And he's in the danger zone. He's way up high. Oh, my good Lord.
Almost
How in
3.
the hell did Cortez kick out of that one?
Cortez kicked out at 2 3/4.
Not kicking out of that shot. And Lestrella is indicating that something is special about to come, and I don't know what could be better than what we just saw.
I think we're about to find.
We'll find out.
I think we're about to find out. Count the rotations.
High risk indeed. Oh,
Cortez out of the way. Nice.
That was a 720, and Cortez got out of the way in the nick of time.
Pinning combination. Almost got him.
Very, very close to a pinfall.
Cortez off the middle. Nice spinning arm drag. Look at this.
What a frenetic pace we have got going on in the, oh my!
Good old-fashioned chop. Cortez off the top, into the middle.
How do you do that? My God, it's like magic. This is a bad place to have a chop battle.
This is not a good.
Precarious if ever there was.
A second rope chop fest.
If you lose your balance, you're unconscious.
He's telegraphing off the top rope. Wow.
Sweet Mamacita, Jesus H. Christmas. What was that?
That was amazing right there.
Well, you don't see that every day.
I don't care who you are. That is freaking amazing. We get to call this. We get to see this live, man.
How do you kick out of it?
Instinct. You kick out of that out of instinct right there.
Such thing. That is insane.
Cortez trying to get this crowd. I mean, listen to these crowd right now. They're going.
What more does Manny Cortez have to do to put away Lestrella? I think this crowd has become aware that they are witnessing something incredible.
You're witnessing history of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, brought to you by Liquid Death. You like how I plugged Liquid Death?
Nice product plug there.
Liquid Death is awesome.
Kicked him right in the chest.
There you go. Forearm. Off the ropes again. Buck under. Spinning. Whoa! There we go.
God,
Almost,
that's vicious.
almost a double underhook DDT.
What is happening now? Oh my!
It's a compressed DDT. And it's over.
I am absolutely breathless. Absolutely breathless.
Freaking believable. Estrella, oh my.
Estrella! My God!
Estrella with the 1-2-3 victory.
Went into a partnership with DragonGate. We knew it was going to be spectacular, but I had no idea it was this.
DragonGate is one of the most premier organizations you could possibly
John
ever.
Bullard has a mic. He's got something to say.
The boss is about to speak. I think he took that jacket from my closet. Sportsmanship. I don't like it.
Right here, ladies and gentlemen, we just watched an international matchup all the way from the DragonGate promotion from Japan, La Australia, Manny Cortez. And I have one thing to ask both you guys. Will you both please come back?
Yeah, you gotta have these guys back. That was spun gold is what that was.
That was tremendous. That was amazing. That's probably one of the greatest matches Chicagoland Championship Wrestling has done.
And the chant echoes through this building, this capacity crowd. They want them back, and by God, I hope they do.
DragonGate and CCW. What a great marriage that is.
Very, very, very impressive. Look, John Bullard swings for the fences, and he called his shot, and he, by God, got it. What a match that was. That's a game changer, Joey Roth.
Babe Ruth couldn't even call that shot. That was a John Bullard shot. That was not even a grand slam. That was a double grand slam that what Bullard just did for us.
Estrella thinks what a match that was. You know something, Joey? I would hate to have to follow that match because the fans are going to catch their breath.
I gotta tell you right now, if anybody could follow that.
To the ginger.
Would you like to?
Sure.
Are we filming a commercial?
Okay, Hold on. All right. Well, at this moment in time, let's bring out the Hot Rod Daddy, Andy.
Hot Rod Daddy, baby!
CCW! Alexander, baby!
And wait a minute, he's drinking liquid death. You
We
can't have my
have liquid death right here.
Liquid death! Hot Rod Daddy Andy, baby! What's up, Xavier? Yo, y'all are quiet as hell, bro. What's up, Brad?
I have Roxy Hart trust in this liquid death.
It's delicious.
Take two, take two.
It's Roxy Hart approved.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Follow Liquid Death on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everything else.
And I think Hot Rod he's filming a commercial. Is that what I heard?
Hey, let me tell you something. The Hot Rod Daddy, baby! It's finally here at CCW. And look, guys, they hooked me up with Liquid Death, the only water that murders the thirst of the Hot Rod Daddy, baby! I feel like Stone Cold Steve Austin right now.
Oh, God.
Stone Cold who?
Whoa, yeah, baby! I'm so hot. Wow. Oh, man.
What?
Who the heck are you?
What is this? What? Who is this?
I don't know. They just threw their glasses over there.
What? Wait a minute.
Is that who I think it is?
What was that?
Oh, my God. Oh, sweet Jesus. What is happening right now?
What's going on here?
You like that, Hot Rod?
Somebody knocked some sweet liquid death. What? Oh.
What is this? What is the... What is happening? He was filming a damn commercial. What is this?
This.
What? Oh, my God.
Is that who I think it is?
Who is it?
That's brutality.
What the hell is brutality doing here?
Brutality right now are taken apart. Oh my! Hot Rod Andy is just being taken apart by brutality right now in the middle of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Somebody save that liquid death! Save the liquid death!
Oh my!
Kick to the face of Hot Rod Anthony. These guys, I've heard of them before. Look at this. Totally getting annihilated as Hot Rod Anthony.
Someone's got to stop this!
By brutality.
Somebody help
Watch
Andy.
this. There we go.
Oh,
flying leg drop. Definitely. This is unbelievable.
Someone's got to get that
right
ring and save Andy. This is ridiculous.
That can almost hit you right in the face. Too bad it didn't. Mateo Valentine right now in the ring.
Mateo Valentine.
Microphone before I kill this whole crowd.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What is happening?
The microphone's right there, Toots.
Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, everything just changed. As you can see, your heroes, they're dead.
Oh my.
Your hopes for the future are dead.
What?
Your dreams, dead. Brutality.
See, told ya.
Survived. Regards from the giver.
Brutality just.
What is happening here right now? What have I just seen?
That right there is brutality. This right here is brutality.
Keep
right
them
here.
away from us. My God.
Unbelievable. Wow, Hot Rod Anthony's not going to be promoting
I
Liquid
don't know
Death
who the hell
anytime
that
soon.
woman was, but she looked into my damn soul.
She sucked out your soul through your eyeballs. But you know what? Hey, if anybody's going to go ahead and promote Liquid Death, it's going to be Steve Aaron and Joey Roth right now. I don't think Hot Rod
Did you
Andy.
see the look in that lady's eyes?
I did see the look in
she
the
was
eyes.
gonna kill me.
Not only did Hot Rod Andy, he was promoting Liquid Death, he just got a brutality death right here. Liquid Death. That's the drink to have right here. He did. Did you see that can fly? It almost hit you right in the face. Unbelievable, I tell you right now.
Can we take a commercial break?
Take a commercial break.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Get yourself some Liquid Death.
All right, let's go back to Greg.
This next match is an international singles competition. Let's hear it, come on! First, weighing 242 pounds.
Did you hire a
Hailing
mercenary?
from operating locations worldwide. Give it up for the mercenary, Garrison Creed!
Special ops, baby. There's a reason why this guy is called a mercenary. Coming back from a horrible pec injury, looking he's back bigger and better than ever. The mercenary, Garrison Creed.
My God, look at the size of Creed. Creed was on the shelf for a while. Creed missed some opportunities.
There must have been a lot of weights on that shelf because this guy is jacked.
Look at the size of the mercenary. I have seen the mercenary. This is not the mercenary I remember.
You look for a mercenary. Look at that. Growing the beard out, growing the hair out.
You remember when Triple H got hurt and was gone for a while?
Oh, yeah. That guy with the big nose. You know, hey, the mercenary is not going to marry a billionaire's daughter. He's here for one reason and one reason only. He is here to collect more names and more souls. The mercenary, Garrison Creed.
And he is Triple H. I was going to say the physical change is extraordinary.
Oh, I hear you there.
From Beijing, China, give it up for Sunny Z!
Take it away, Stevie.
And Sonny is in the house. More of that international flavor that John Bullard has procured for all of us here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
Definitely a crowd favorite right off the bat, getting into the whole entire swing of things with all these kids and grown-ups around ringside with his dancing moves.
Sonny Z is going to go a long way with these kids and adults alike.
I have seen Sonny Z before. Sonny Z is a very high flyer. He likes to kick, he likes to punch. You want to talk about a contrast of styles right now. Sonny Z versus Garrison Creed. Garrison Creed is going to be the King Kong who's going to knock down this airplane.
So if Sonny Z's a high flyer, you would see
Garrison Creed is a tank.
Garrison Creed, this is going to be hostile takeover right here. Sonny Z is smiling. The mercenary, I'm not even sure if he has teeth.
The only teeth he has are the teeth of everybody who had to suffer his wrath around his neck.
Look, I'm very sensitive right now after what just happened with brutality. That woman looked into my soul. I don't need more trauma in my life, and Garrison Creed could hurt this young man.
I thought she was kind of hot.
I know you did, you scoundrel. You said that with Roxy right behind you. Are you insane?
Brutality, baby. But here we go. This is going to be a tremendous matchup right now. You have a high flyer against a ground and pound. This is going to be a tremendous match right now. Sonny Z versus Garrison Creed.
All right, so the crowd has recovered from brutality. I'm not sure I have. And Sonny wants to shake the Garrison's hand.
You don't shake hands with a mercenary. You fear a mercenary. You hide from a mercenary. They have only one job, and that job is to end you.
Mercenary Garrison Creed is weighing his options.
Right there.
Oh boy. Garrison Creed said he was here for somebody else, and you're not that guy.
Garrison Creed is not here to get paid by the hour. He's here to get paid by the victim. Nice go behind for Sonny Z there. Garrison Creed's not going to stay in this very long. Look at that power. Look at the power. Ready for some ragdoll? You know a lot about Sonny Z. Go ahead. Let's run down this guy's credentials
Well,
here.
he's trained by Chris Chambers.
Just Chambers.
His major finishing with SKO, flying knee, German suplex, so he can ground and pound with anybody. Chinese superstar. Just yet another flavor here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
You're only going to get that here.
China. And Garrison Creed, of course, operates in places worldwide. Oh!
You don't know where Garrison Creed operates on.
Double lariats.
Flying lariat by Garrison Creed.
They lariated each other. It was double lariat. I don't think Creed expected that kind of a volley.
This is a tremendous matchup right here. This is a tremendous show. Wish my buddy Justin Schock was here to witness this. He's a good boy. Definitely lock up Garrison Creed, pushing Sonny back into the corner. What's going to happen here? Is he going to get a clean break? Sonny with a kick to the face of Garrison Creed right there, following up. You see that right there? That's why Garrison Creed's a mercy.
That was impact at another level.
That was an elbow in the corner. Whoa. Yeah, I guess.
Could it be that Creed is faster and stronger than before?
Stronger for sure. I don't know about faster. That's that little bit of a tit for tat you were talking about earlier.
Fire for sure.
No, there you go. Garrison's not going to go over. Double stop to the chest of Sonny Z. That's 250 pounds right there, crushing on your rib cage. How is he still breathing after that? Oh, here's that crowd again. Hey, Steve, don't you clap either.
Hey, you gotta get in the spirit, Joey.
I'm the spirit. I'm a Garrison. I'm in the Creed camp right here.
Wow, he almost impaled Sonny on that turnbuckle.
Such a monster of that technician right there.
Monster of a human being?
Yeah, I can't say the other word if I could see it.
Big Joe. Sonny's looking right in his soul and says, "Can I have another, sir?"
Thank you, mercenary. May I have another? That hurt my chest.
That is a very, very strong man doing strong man things.
Good old move by the mercenary. He's just taking apart Sonny. Look at him.
Sonny Z is not backing down an iota.
Sonny Z bad-mouthing him in the corner. Does he have a death wish? Well, with the mercenary, he's definitely going to have one.
Mercenary's taking off the glove. This is going to be skin on skin.
You know things are serious now.
Chop might have done some damage.
But Sonny Z popping right back up. This kid obviously has a lot of guts or no brains. I'm going for the no brains. Maybe that bleach is like fried as
He got right in Garrison Creed's face and punched him in the mouth.
Mercenary style versus China style. This is unbelievable.
Show me you
Look
want
at
it.
Sonny Z standing up.
Yeah.
Mercenary unfazed.
Unfazed by that shot.
It is a chop battle right in there. Who is going to flinch? Oh, wow.
It's like a fly. It's like a mosquito biting a dinosaur. caught in midair. Look at that. All right, here we go. I guess we could say it's on.
That is a salvo of violence that echoed through this arena.
Neither man given an inch. Both of them standing toe to toe, wanting each other's best shot. Rubbery legs on like Garrison Creed right there. You might have caught him right on the button. Maybe not. Steve, I hope you packed a lunch because we're going to be here all night.
There is just no give up on either man.
Garrison Creed on one knee, Sonny Z slouched in the corner. Both men have to have some respect for each other.
Men, huh?
Definitely. Sonny Z's getting the best of Garrison, and Garrison's getting the best of Sonny Z. And we're not talking about cola, purple stuff, OJ, and all that stuff. This is Sonny Z.
Fans begin to chant Sonny. They are clearly on the side of the Chinese superstar.
Uh-oh.
Come on!
Oh, wow.
Garrison slowing down the action here.
All the legends out there, let me hear you! Come on!
There's a crowd behind him.
This is my house!
Oh, this is his house.
Body slam.
And Sonny Z keeps getting back up.
I slam you, you slam me.
We are now in the land of tit for tat. Until somebody can't stand up.
When was the last time you've seen something like this in any Chicagoland organization or anywhere across the world? This is why Chicagoland is the greatest. Oh, go over, float over. We are getting a seminar in suplexes, my friend.
Right now, Garrison Creed is wondering what he's going to have to do to get a victory here.
Sonny's, you better turn around or he's going to find out. I hope it doesn't fly into our laps.
Big kick right to the midsection by Z.
Oh, there we go. Nice back suplex. Kick out by Sonny Z.
Sonny Z kicks out. That's only a 2 count.
Yeah, we got it, ref. I think Garrison Creed might be underestimating Sonny Z right now. He's kind of like wondering what he needs to do to put this kid away.
The competition in that ring right now is absolutely second to none.
Unbelievable. That's just the word of the day is unbelievable what's going on right now.
You know, we've done many matches together, Joe Roth, but the international flavor at this card on this show right now, even, unbelievable.
Totally outshines anything you're going to see. Whatever pay-per-view, whatever premium live event, whatever Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday show you're going to see, this right here is where the real action is. This is right in your face action.
Spear. And a cover.
Close to the ropes, close to the ropes.
Rope break!
Garrison Creed always knows where he's at in that ring. See, that's why he's the mercenary. That's why he gets paid to do what he gets to do. Just when you think you got him beat, he's like,
I don't think this was a challenge that Garrison Creed expected. He was supposed to fight another person. And he is being given all he can handle by Sonny Z.
No!
Drops a buckle right on his chin.
All right, Garrison better come up with some kind of game plan here. He needs to finish it. Oh, he's taking down the knee pad. Here we go. You ready for this?
This knee strike, it'll be bone on face.
You're a dead boy.
Oh, right into the corner. Knee by Sonny Z.
Strike, my God!
1, 2.
Run!
Sonny Z!
Did he get it?
He got it!
No. Creed got his shoulder up. No way. No chance.
Slays the dragon, so to speak.
That's not slaying the dragon. He got lucky on that one. Garrison Creed got his shoulder up before the 3 count. I would put your reputation on that.
That was a very, very impressive victory. They traded tit for tat the whole time, but in the end, Sonny Z with the final knee strike and the 1-2-3. What a match! My God!
What a tremendous match right now. What a tremendous match right now.
And now they're in a handshake. Z is looking for a handshake just like he did at the beginning. Creed would not give it to him. Creed gets right in his face.
We're going to get a mutual sign of respect here. Yeah, there we go. Garrison Creed right there. He's not going to go. He's not going to be bought by these fans. Garrison Creed right there knows what happened.
Garrison Creed wanted no part of sportsmanship, at least on this day. But the crowd loves Sonny Z.
That was a great match. That was hard-hitting action right there.
What a performance.
And only in Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
What a match. My goodness.
Only here. You know the funny thing about wrestling Sonny Z? In a half an hour, you want to wrestle him again.
You didn't say that.
Channeling my inner
Tell
Bobby.
me you just didn't say that.
Channeling my inner Bobby.
The thoughts and views expressed by Joey Roth on this program do not necessarily reflect those of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
Or Liquid Death.
Or Liquid Death.
For the response you've given us on this return. It has been fantastic. It has been great. Thank you so much. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. You deserve it.
I'm going to give myself a hand, Scott.
Everybody had a great time.
Joey Roth is the greatest fighting man in the record.
I want to know if Roxy Hart heard what you said about that crazy woman in brutality.
Hey, Roxy, I said that crazy woman in brutality was good looking.
I'm much better looking.
That you
That's
are.
a damn given, but the fact that you would say it makes me question your intelligence.
And now, this match is for the Chicagoland Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Oh my God, here we go. We got a banger on our hands.
First, the challenger. Hailing from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing 205 pounds. He is Public Enemy #1, Eric Dillinger.
The #1 contender for Chicagoland Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Public Enemy #1, Eric Dillinger. Here we go. This is good. How many more hard-hitting matches are we going to have in this company?
Good I am!
Right.
That title comes home with me! That Shogun bows down to a gangster! Sit there and watch!
Everybody wants to be a gangster until it's time to do that gangster explicative.
Stuff?
It begins with an S, but it's not stuff, that's for sure. This man has come a long way, all the way from Indianapolis to tussle with the champ. We do not need to tell you folks about the reputation of one Eric Dillinger. You don't get Public Enemy #1 as your moniker unless you earned it.
And we all know he's earned that for sure.
But ladies and gentlemen, he has stepped into Michigan City. And you know what Michigan City is, right, Joey Ron?
The armpit of the Midwest?
No, it is Shogun country.
Oh. So yes, the armpit of the Midwest.
And if you're going to come to challenge the
And
title,
his opponent,
you better come correct.
Who you're going to call?
From the neighborhood of Bronzeville in Chicago. He is your Chicagoland Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Give it up for
the Shogun, Chris Logan!
The historic reign of Chris Shogun Logan could come to an end tonight.
Here's the thing, Joey Roth. This is Shogun's house. This is Shogun's world. And you better not come to Shogun's house and not expect the fight of your damn life. He is the champ for a reason. He is unbeatable. He is unstoppable. He is Shogun freaking Chris Logan, baby.
Bully of Bronzeville right here. Chris Logan, our Chicagoland champion.
Kids, whether you're watching on Fight TV, Amazon Prime, High Spots, you want big fight feel, you got it,
Don't know how much hard-hitting action these fans could definitely take, but they're going to get even more right now in this heavyweight championship match. Our champion getting into the ring. Definitely one of the toughest opponents to date for Chris Logan.
Shogun Chris Logan has taken that title and defended it all over the state. Shogun Chris Logan will not be denied, will not be defeated.
I'm watching this live right now on Facebook.
Look at that belt.
Hey, I love when I see you guys here, because I know you're going to put on a great presentation. Thank you again for making me look good.
We have seen Logan do amazing things against overwhelming odds. I imagine this will be no different. Midwest Strong Style, baby. The richest prize in the game.
Grand champion of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
Dillinger Logan, right now, Michigan City. No more talk, no more posturing. It is on, baby. All Damian Saint has to do is call for the bell and we'll be underway.
Ring the bell!
And the bell rings. And Joey Roth is doing some amateur photography here on commentary.
Gotta promote the brand, baby. Gotta promote the brand.
And the sponsors as well. You got a double shot.
Yes, sir.
Look right here. This is Dillinger.
Here we go. And Logan kicks it right in the mush.
That'll wake you up.
But Dillinger right there with a shoulder bump. I swear to God, his feet touched the damn ceiling. The height Logan got on that flip. Dillinger's feet kissed the ceiling. Holy cow.
Did you hear that? They heard that all the way in Indianapolis.
We have had chops aplenty tonight. And right now, Logan is working over Dillinger. Dillinger doesn't know where he is right now.
Come on, son.
You want another one?
Come on.
Oh, he slapped him in the face. He slapped the Shogun in your. You are playing with your life.
Baby. Oh,
Right, oh, Mo poke to the eyes. Good old kick to the chest by Shogun Chris Logan. Dillinger better not taking this match too lightly, but all the way to the ceiling.
And Logan is holding him suspended in the air. All the blood rushing to the head of Dillinger. Hey, you slap a Shogun in the face, that's what you get.
One count. One of the best referees in the business right there, Damian Satan with a 1 count.
And a very attractive man to boot.
Yeah, he's a good friend.
That figures.
Fabulous, ain't it? Good old kick by Chris Logan.
Fabulous about that.
Good old, look at that kick right there. Eric Dillinger better not be taking Logan too lightly, man.
The kicks that Shogun does are so physically assaultive. Oh my.
Got to watch out for Public Enemy #1. There's a reason why he's #1 on the enemy list.
He's kicking his chest off.
Sidestep. Out goes Logan.
Uh-oh.
Over the top rope. Look at that. What a dive. Personally, I would have just moved, but hey.
I mean, Dillinger got some air under him on that shot.
Air Dillinger.
And that is the breaking. Oh my God! Wow! That might be chop of the night.
Our timekeeper here swinging at imaginary flies.
This is Dillinger territory, son.
Dillinger mouthing off to the ringside.
And that is the great
Educated feet by Chris Shogun Logan. That's why he's the champ. Have a seat.
Shogun is trying to prove a point. Don't come into my house with an attitude, son. Oh, I can't watch this anymore. I mean, I can, but it's hard.
This is what you get paid to do. Dillinger in his interviews.
Can you imagine how this feels? Can you imagine what their chests are going to look like tomorrow?
No, I can't. That's why I'm sitting way back here with you. Dillinger was saying a lot of things in the interviews up to this match, saying how he's going to humiliate Logan and take that championship belt. I think he just might do it. Belly to belly suplex. Okay, the referee needs to get Chris Logan out of the corner there. Nice flying clothesline into the corner by Eric Dillinger. Slingshot boot to the face. Drive-by.
Drive-by boot to the face, and Dillinger now has Shogun on the ropes and now in the middle of the ring. Very impressive athleticism by Dillinger, only getting a 2 count. Oh, he slapped him. What disrespect!
Benny Hill to the head.
What disrespect! Oh, another slap.
Slapping him, man. That's the ultimate.
You cannot do that to this champion.
He just did. That's why he's the public enemy #1. Eric Dillinger slapping the smack the head of our champion. Look at that.
And Dillinger is just abusing the champ in the back of the head.
It's a dozen kicks right there. That's disrespectful right there. Wife beat it to the head.
Insane finally begins to do a home break. And Chris Shogun is in a bad way. I haven't seen him take punishment like this in a while. Oh, he pushed Damian Saint.
That's dangerous right there. You don't want to risk a disqualification. You are here fighting for the Chicagoland champion, the heavyweight championship.
Look at Saint's face. He is angry.
You don't want to push the referee because the referee might just go ahead and disqualify you and you walk out of here with nothing. You walk out of here without the title, without the championship purse, and everything.
Logan kicks out at 2, and it was very, very long 2.
I don't hear a damn thing now.
That right there could be a little bit biased from the referee. That's what happens when you push on a referee. You might just hesitate on that 3 count.
What you got, Shogun?
Dillinger getting into it again with the ringside
He's
crowd.
just slapping Shogun in the face. Oh my.
Off the ropes.
That might have been out of desperation, but Shogun maybe got some time to get his wits back about him.
Chris Logan calling it for the crowd. Flying forearm into the corner. Let's do it twice. Let's do it twice. Kick to the face.
Shogun caught him. Fall away, slam, and down goes Dillinger. Both men are down, and Logan is back up again.
Dillinger just collapsed to the ring systematically. Every part of his body just like a stack of dominoes right on the man.
Oh, geez. The Shogun is tuning up the band, and we all know what that means. Well scouted by Dillinger. That might be it. We might have a new champion right here.
Whoa, almost a 3 count. That was 3, ref.
That is as close as you get.
Chris Logan, in my mind, he did the cardinal mistake by tuning up the band, giving Eric Dillinger time to get his wits collected, and look what happened. You just go ahead and do the move. Stop setting this stuff up. You just go ahead and do it. Showboating, that's what's going to cause your downfall. Kick to the face. There's nothing wrong with a good old kick to the face. That's schoolbook right there.
More chops by Dillinger, and that is staggered. Logan is now being held up by the turnbuckles in the corner. He's not standing on his own power. Another vicious chop by Dillinger.
Silence the crowd with that chop.
I think the crowd is in stunned silence. They can't believe it.
Irish whip. Nope.
Wow.
2
I
count.
didn't think Dillinger was going to be able to get up from that power bomb, but damn it, he did.
Dillinger's been in plenty of fights. That's why he's public enemy #1. You think this is his first tussle in the ring? This guy's been fighting in alleys his whole entire life. That's why he's the #1 criminal. This is nothing but a typical Sunday night for him. Elbow.
Oh, that elbow caught Logan flush.
There we go.
That's got to be it.
Middle rope spinning DDT.
And Dillinger is calling for the end. And Dillinger is going up to places where bad things happen. He's already touched the ceiling once. What's he going to do now?
Frog splash.
Frog splash, he got it.
Whoa. Almost right there.
That was a look on Dillinger's face. He's wondering what he's got to do.
That was
to stop this man and take that title.
2 99 100th of a count.
Dillinger absolutely can't believe it.
Dillinger needs to follow up on this one. Don't be stupid. Follow up, dude. Follow up. Don't worry about the kids in the crowd. Don't worry about that. You have a chance for the championship.
And he is taking aim. Public enemy #1 taking aim at the Shogun. He wants that championship.
He's
Will
taking
he
his
get
time.
it? He's locked in.
And he pays for it.
Super kick!
Super kick!
Super kick! Oh my! Oh, he took one! Good night, Irene! Count it out!
Eric Dillinger let his silly pride, he let his mocking get into the way. If he would have gone ahead and stopped doing stuff like that, he would have been champion right now. But no, he wanted to go ahead and showboat. This is what happens when you do that. And our ring announcer here, our bell ringer here, dropping liquid death all over the place. Way to go.
We got plenty more.
Way to go.
I'll tell you what. Eric Dillinger is one tough son of a bitch. He took 2 super kicks and a brain buster to beat him. He had Shogun pushed to the very limit, and Logan did not blink.
Shogun Chris
Say
Logan.
it with me, Joey.
What?
2 super kicks and a brain buster.
2 super kicks and a brain buster. That's what it took for the Shogun Chris Logan to put out the #1 public enemy, Eric Dillinger. But if Eric Dillinger just would have followed up, if he just would have kept on, this outcome would have been 100%
I'll
different.
tell you what. I would love to see a rematch. I would love to sit through a part 2.
If we sit through a part 2, I would need some more liquid death to do it.
And perhaps in December, we will get a part 2.
I hope so.
What a match.
Showmanship, look at this.
And there it is. That's a hell of a match right there. Those 2 men took each other to the woodshed. And Shogun retains, but just barely.
Dillinger should have kicked him in the nuts. Sportsmanship is not going to win you championships.
Eric Dillinger might have come up a little short tonight, but Eric Dillinger was a second away from taking that title. And his students of Wrestle League Nation all celebrating with their grandmaster. Chicagoland Championship Wrestling Champion shows up.
I'm on it as a king, overruling you peasants. Teaching beyond perfection, my excellence not in quantum definition. I'm better than everyone as a section. Who's the veteran? Everyone I am better than. Shogun. Only ask you once, you ready for once?
It took 2 super kicks and a damn brain buster to
Okay,
put Dillinger down. I want to see part 2.
No.
I wanna see it again.
Dillinger right now, he should be the champion, but he took his time. He wanted to showboat. He wanted to be a tough guy, but you know what? He did nothing but screw himself out of the championship. And they shook hands. Who shakes hands? That's not an enemy right there.
Joey Ross.
A villain would have taken advantage and been champion. That's what I would say right now. Uh-oh. Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are looking at, without a doubt, the most tremendous, amazing, anything that has been everything
This is my world.
ever jump into the ring.
All right, because this is a boxing style match, I'm going to talk right now.
Do it.
I'm going to try to get this all out, Joey Rod.
I will
If
wait.
I don't do it right, I might end up in another trunk. He is the Fresh Prince of Magnificence, the apogee of all he sees. Mr. Smooth as Ice, Mr. Twice as Nice, never had a bad day in his whole damn life. Mouth like Ali, dangerous as Tyson. If you let the smooth taste fool you, you will get lost in the sauce and wish for something as great as pain. Mr. Drip Energy, Mr. Steal Your Girl, Long Drip Style, All Night Drive Her Wild, Give Her Back to You, and ask you, all you can say is thank you. Mr. 23 Positions, 1,000 Submissions, Tantalizing Torture Artist, The Certified Problem, the world's most dangerous, the World Star, Paragon.
Paragon has arrived.
It's my world. It's my world, and all y'all just living in it. Be grateful I allow you to live it. Be grateful I allow you to live it. So boom it. What's up? You got too much net. Why is your neck so long? Shut up. Why do you have a giraffe sitting in the front row?
Before we get started, this main event is brought to you by Shoot Shit Podcast. You can join host DDJ, the premier Joey K, and the Hot One every week on YouTube, all major podcast platforms, or at WrestlingWithJohners.com. With that being said, our first competitor, the man to my right.
You all belong to me. Lions don't care about concerns of sheep. Every time you announce me, you mess up. So go stand over there, be a good little boy while Zaddy talks. Keep on doing it if you want to, because I own every single one of you. It's my world. It's my world. Somebody in the back claimed it's his house. Well, this is my world. I don't care about the house. Don't gotta pay rent when there ain't no foundation to begin with. Now, to start things off and do this correctly, because I know you're not good at doing your job. Hailing from Erotic City by way of Cleveland, Ohio. So does your mama. I should know because she gave me seconds last night. He is Mr. Big Drip Energy, Mr. Steel Girl, long drip style, all night, drive a while, give her back to you, make it say thank you. The entity of all he sees, the Fresh Prince of Magnificence, Mr. Smooth as Ice, twice as nice, never had a bad day in his damn life, mouth like Ali, dangerous Tyson. And if you allow the smooth taste to fool you, you'll get lost in the sauce and wish for something as sweet as pain. I am the certified problem, the tantalizing torture artist. I am the world's most dangerous game, and they call me the World Star Paragon. You look like what happened to Matilda grew up wrong. Shut up. What was that? You look like you belong on Disney Channel. Your show got canceled after 2 episodes. Shut up.
Shut up.
Now, since you can't do your job, and I showed you how to do it, take pointers, take tips. Hopefully you were writing notes. Now do it better. The neck is so long, your words are delayed.
And his opponent,
I can't hear what you are saying because every time you talk, your neck goes afterwards.
Threw me off. From here, Japan, representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, let's hear it for Yuya Uemura!
Shut up!
New Japan Pro Wrestling's own is here in Michigan City, Indiana, on a beautiful Sunday afternoon to tussle with Paragon.
Tonight, Could not get any better. Now it's the best. Paragon versus Yuya.
Mr. Big Grip Energy himself.
Paragon, a champion in many different states all over the United States.
Ring the bell.
And the ballot, and we are underway here on the main event. You wanted big action. You wanted international flavor. John Bullard gives you what you want. Here we go.
Only here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, brought to you by Liquid Death. Promote.
Liquid Death. Available everywhere. Fine soft drinks are told. I was in my jewel the other night.
Paragon knows exactly who's in the ring with. Right now, this is just this textbook Paragon right here. Just gonna ahead and get Yuya a sense of.
Paragon doing a little soft shoe.
Paragon's so pretty, can make me stop saying my words on my tracks. Out process. Okay, Rev, get him out of the corner, get him out of the ropes. Paragon smart, he knows exactly where he's at everywhere in that ring. That's why he's a multi-champion everywhere he goes. What a kick to the rope.
You know, I want to say Paragon has never faced anybody like Yuya, but I don't think Yuya's ever faced
someone like me. Shut up, Steve.
I was just going to say that.
See, Paragon is so great, he can wrestle and do commentary at the same time.
I was just about to say that, and I got interrupted. So now Paragon's doing commentary. You know
he's so
Shut up. You can sit here and laugh.
He's so multifaceted, he can do anything.
Why is Paragon listening to me anyway? Paragon sees and hears everything.
He's got ears like a bat. Oh, so nice.
Are they calling Paragon a chicken? You know, there are many words I would use to describe Paragon.
Chicken is not one of them. Tremendous, greatness, trailblazer, amazing. That's what I would call.
You're right. All of those are true. I don't think he's a chicken any more than you
do. Nice go behind.
He's so fast, so quick in that ring, so fleet of foot. I mean, Paragon is a fairly quick athlete, but I don't think he's ever seen quickness quite like this.
Paragon doesn't need to be quick. He just needs to be methodical. And that's what he's doing right now. Joint manipulation on Yuya. Look at that. Taking apart the hands, taking apart the wrist, taking down the knee. Look at this. That's what a professional wrestler is. That's what you get here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
What was that? What was that? Get your man's on the ground now.
Take out one hand, leaves you just with the other. You can't put on too many hoes with a broken hand.
I run this place. This is my world.
Paragon watches a lot of film. He is well prepared for anybody he steps in that ring with.
You heard it here. Paragon doesn't need a house like other people. Oh, this is my house. No, this is Paragon's world, and we're just living in it.
And like Papa, wherever he lays his hat is his home.
What?
That was some good quality song lyricking right there.
There it was.
Thanks for the kudos.
You're pretty.
Damn it.
Pretty
oh boy. You do not want to get. Oh, Paragon has got that look. When Paragon has that look, bad things happen.
Oh boy.
Always taking off the gloves.
The gloves are off. The gloves are literally off.
Paragon has a look that I haven't seen in a year. I'm not sure I ever want to see it again.
You might want to listen to this. I couldn't hear it too much. I need one more.
Oh my!
I need him to do that again.
Do you know who I am? I'm Paragon, baby.
That's Paragon, baby.
The World Star just sent a message all the way back to Japan.
Such fluid action by both competitors. But Paragon is just that much better. Come on, ref, break the hold.
What? Ah! Oh, and he slapped him on the back.
How fair was that? That wasn't very.
That's not going to make Paragon very happy at all.
That wasn't very fair.
You don't want to piss off the World Star.
Go behind.
What a combination by Yuya, and down goes Paragon. Like I said, Paragon has him well scouted, but I don't think he's prepared for that kind of quickness.
Yuya got in deep with those arm drags. But you can't put, you can't count Paragon. I mean, come on, he's just toying with this kid. He's just going ahead, he's gonna set him up. He's giving him a false sense of security. Watch this. That's nothing to Paragon right there.
And Yuya has asserted himself in this match.
There we go, we're dropping in succession. One count, only one count. Paragon going ahead. See, that's a smart athlete right there. You go out there, you take a breather. You take a breather and you slow Yuya down.
Paragon stepping out for a little self-preservation as things started to get a little fast and heavy in there. And he is trying to slow things down. You do not want to get in a battle with speed.
Not at all.
With Yuya Uemura.
The Chicagoland Championship Wrestling fans calling Paragon a chicken. No, you don't call him a chicken, you call him smart. Look what he's doing right now. Just like a cat and mouse game. And Paragon is the biggest cat in land.
Oh, wow. Did you see the torque on that arm? Good Lord.
First Paragon
pulled it right on the socket.
First Paragon took out the hand, now he's taking out the arm. And you can't do anything if you have a broken wing.
And Yuya on the floor outside the ring in a lot of pain right now. The World Star has struck and struck hard. They have very different styles, but they both do not understand the word surrender.
They both have very different styles, but they both have the same goal, and that's being the greatest professional wrestler in all the land. And I think Paragon is way far ahead in that category. Right, look at that.
And there's that arm right into that steel ring post, and Yuya is now down and out on the outside of the ring, screaming in pain.
That's why Paragon is who he is. He's got a body part, and he's working on it. He's not just working on the arm, then he's going to the leg and to the knee. He is solely focused on that arm, and I think he's going to take it home.
That is a good way to dislocate an arm or rip a tendon out of a socket, for God's sake. And Paragon is now measuring this man. He's measuring the shots, measuring the physicality. Tosses him in the ring.
This isn't for championships. This is all for bragging rights. And Paragon, he has the right to brag because he's a braggadocious, because he deserves every brag he's done.
Right now, Paragon getting the face of Davey Insane, and that gave Yuya some very important time.
All it takes is a second to get you. Yeah, look at that. Paragon
Well
stuck.
scouted. Paragon saw that coming and did not take the shot.
Nice sidestep. Going back to work on that arm. See right there. That's what a skilled technician does.
He is the world star. He has picked a point, and he is determined to make that the downfall of this man.
It's nothing like getting smothered out by your own hand.
Yuya chant going through the building as Paragon has got that knee square in his back.
Chicagoland faithful shaking the ground. Paragon is a lot of things, but he sure as heck doesn't sing.
Paragon is now conducting the Paragon Sucks chant like an orchestra.
He's playing his crowd like an instrument.
He is wrapping up all.
There you go.
Oh, that was hard to watch.
Totally hyperextended the arm of
God.
Yuya's arm just hyperextended. I don't think you're supposed to scratch your back that way. Just look at that, just going back to work on that left
You
arm.
can see the swelling in that shoulder blade. I don't know what he tore, but he tore something.
You know what he tore? Everything. He tore everything. Look at that, stomp to the elbow. Yuya is in pain. He's in bad shape right now.
Right now, Paragon very clearly in charge of this match, and Yuya is fading fast.
There we go.
Big suplex, and now I think he's going to do it again. And that's two. Is he going to do a Three Amigos? No. Yuya blocked that one somehow.
That was the Paragon perfection of plexus. Whoa! Reversal.
He drops Paragon at his backside. And Yuya gets a minute. And now Yuya's got Paragon rocked.
Headbutt.
Once again, well scouted by Paragon.
And you see the way Yuya landed on that injured arm. That took so much out of him going for that drop kick, missing. He landed on that shoulder, which is going to radiate to the elbow, which is going to radiate to the wrist, and right into that hand. That arm is on fire right now. And there he goes right back to it. Hopefully he works for a submission. I want to hear Yo-Yo scream.
That time he caught him flush.
Still favoring that arm. That arm's not doing him any favor. Sure, he got a drop kick on. That's just minimal damage to Paragon. It's like a bird with a broken wing. You're not going to fly far.
And Yuya is feeling it. And Paragon is in big trouble right now. Bulldog.
Like a bulldog all the way from Riverside, Brookfield.
Damian Saint is being chastised by the fans. They thought it was a slow count.
No way, 2 count all the way. Paragon kicked out of that one. Doesn't have a power. Doesn't have the power in that arm to lift him. That was barely good. Barely got him up for that suplex. Right there. Paragon, the ring general, knows exactly where those ropes are.
That is fantastic ring awareness by the World Star.
World Star knows
He knew right where he was. He knew that rope was going to be his salvation.
World Star knows exactly where he's at every single moment of every single second in that ring.
And he's headbutting that injured arm. Now both men are down.
Good old slam right on that shoulder. Again, that arm is going to be on fire. That arm's got to be throbbing.
Paragon went for the cover. He didn't have much on that cover, but how can he after the beating? These guys have given each other. There's got to be nothing left in the tank. Talk about saving your best for last.
This crowd's getting on their feet. Getting on their feet. They want to see
This
this.
crowd has seen history, and this is the capper.
Flying knee by Paragon right to the head.
He blew up the face of Yuya. Oh my God, that strike.
Yuya is seeing purple stars.
A second one.
Now he's seeing gold stars.
Paragon is relentless.
Chris Logan better be watching this match. He better be watching this match.
And Paragon exposes the knee. There'll be no pad this time.
Sidestep.
And I think Paragon hurt his knee.
Double arm suplex.
And the cover, this could be it.
Oh.
Damian Singh was right there. Paragon kicked out the last possible moment. These two have been through hell in a handcart.
What a way to finish out this wonderful night of action.
You want
Their
to
Chicagoland Championship.
Show field, Joey Roth. We are in the middle of something like we have never seen before and may never see again.
This is going to be the biggest match that's ever happened in Chicagoland area wrestling. Forget that, not even Chicagoland wrestling, all of professional wrestling. Right here, right now, you're witnessing it.
And they are just standing right in the middle of the ring.
Both
Who
of these,
can hit who harder?
both of these companions are leaving everything in that ring right now. Whoever wins this match truly deserves it.
Staggering blow after staggering blow.
The ref needs to get in there. Too many fists. Oh, double chop.
European uppercut by the outside.
That's a Paragon uppercut.
Paragon uppercut indeed. Another big headbutt by Paragon. Oh,
Pele kick.
Pele,
I like Pele.
And Yuya looking to go up
Yuya,
top.
I rent
He's at the
district.
danger zone again. Paragon caught him.
There you go, gut wrench suplex.
Paragon caught that man in midair.
That's it right there, baby. Oh, almost a 3 count. I thought Paragon had it from right there. The referee needs to do a little bit faster count than that.
Frustration in Paragon's face.
I think the referee's a little bit too dumbfounded of what he's seen in the ring right now.
Paragon wants to know what he's going to have to do to end this.
I think he's about to show you what he's going to have to do to end this. Both knee pads are down.
Both knees are exposed.
Oh,
and that might have hurt Paragon.
Not-
His knee is Yuya.
He needs to recover. He needs to recover.
Yuya playing possum. Flying crossbody.
Roll through. Yes! Paragon wins! Paragon wins! Yes! Paragon wins! Woohoo! I didn't see nothing like that. There was no tights. That is skill. That is technique. That right there is World Star. That right there is why Paragon is the #1 professional wrestler in all of the world. He took it to the max right here, right now, here at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling.
Are so wrong.
No way.
That match was history in the making. And Paragon cheapens the outcome by pulling tights.
I saw no tight pulling whatsoever. What I saw right there was Paragon defeating the New Japan superstar right there. Paragon.
We all saw it, Yuya. Everybody in this arena, everybody watching at home saw the crime that took place in that ring.
Yuya, you lost her.
And now Paragon calling for the mic.
Why are you still here?
Because you suck and you
lost.
cheated.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. You can leave now, bye.
Paragon right there telling Yuya exactly what he thinks of him. Now, would you
Yuya is taking exception with all the things that have happened. Damian Singh cannot be held accountable.
Yuya's
He did not see it.
Yuya's a sore loser. Paragon won that match 1, 2, 3. Send him back 16-hour flight one way home. Paragon, there you go. Paragon put the exclamation point on this match. Now, what's going on over here? The match is over. This shouldn't be happening right now.
And Yuya wants to deliver a little retribution, New Japan style. And the Paragon is following.
Oh, Yuya needs to be fined. He needs to be suspended. He needs to be fired from Chicagoland Championship Wrestling right now. The match is over. This crowd chant. Look at this crowd cheering a loser right there. Paragon is the winner of this match right now. Yuya needs to be kicked out of this company right now. He needs to be kicked out of this building. He needs to be put on that airplane, 16-hour flight back home, and understand why he lost tonight.
Some medical attention.
I think Paragon needs some legal representation because hoo-hoo, got ahead and attacked him after the bell. There's a reason why Paragon is the champion. He should be the champion right now. He should be the next Chicagoland champion. I want to see that match. Logan versus Paragon.
I don't know. I think I want to see Paragon versus Yuya Part 2. There are a couple of matches we had tonight that I want to see a sequel.
You won. This is a tremendous. Right there. Right there. Paragon is the winner. That man right there proved why he is the greatest professional wrestler that has ever come down the pike in any organization anywhere. Paragon right there.
Thank you. How was that main event? And now to all of our lovely fans, thank you for making this fantastic, making this the best night I've had in a long time. With that being said, have a great night. Until next time, be safe and keep an eye out for us. Thank you.
We saw the Chicago connection with Steve Michael against All Day Marche. Rocky, we saw so many things. We saw Chris Logan successfully defending his championship title. We have Liquid Death. We had the greatest thing, and not only that, you had me sitting next to you. What did you do to deserve me sitting next to you? Go ahead and tell these people what you deserve to have me and the beautiful Roxy Hart. Look at Roxy Hart right here. What did you do to deserve me? I don't think you deserve me any much longer. I don't think you deserve to have me sitting here much longer. You know what? I think I have a lot of other things that I need to do around here. I don't care about the Liquid Death. I don't care about Sharks. I don't care about none. What do you have to say about sharing this whole entire night with me?
Well, we just saw Paragon cheat to win over Yuya in the main event.
Yeah.
And we saw the Paragon, and I say the Paragon out of complete disrespect, be full of himself, much like Joey Roth is. So if you don't want to be on commentary, then get to stepping. Because I'll take anybody else than to have to share this booth with an egomaniac like yourself.
Be careful what you wish for, Steve, because Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, just wait till you see what we're going to do next. I'm out of here.
Thank you all for joining us tonight on The Return. I apologize for that. I don't know what that is, but we'll find out. We had brutality. We had low gun retaining. We had a little bit of everything. We had the best from all corners of the world. Chicagoland Championship Wrestling is back. It's better than ever, and we will be back real soon. On behalf of everybody here, the camera crew, the people that put the stage up, the photographers, the wrestlers, the ring announcer, everybody, thank you so much, and we will see you next time, kids.
Shut up, Steve!
You grab tights! Let's be real.
Hey, sometimes I get grab ass.
I'm just saying. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time right here, Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Good night.
See, people want me to talk about tonight and about how was my match with Yuya. About did I feel honored to be in the ring with Yuya? The question should be, was he honored to be in the ring with the world's most dangerous game, with the world star, Paragon? Because let's be honest, I've had on the menu mastodon, giants, kings, ogres, beasts, demons even. And now I got to sink my teeth into a young lion. I'm not gonna lie, he hit hard, but he don't hit as hard as I do. 'Cause at the end of the night, my hand was raised. See, people can talk about how this is their yard, how this is their house, how this is their kingdom, how this is their island. No, this is my world. Everything runs through me. Everything is because I say so. And you know what? I feel like watching the world burn. Your tantalizing torture artist is about to make all your heroes suffer. I'm about to make all your heroes feel my pain. Every time you cheer them and boo me, just know that's a receipt. Every time that they scream in pain, it's your fault. And before I continue about everything I'm gonna do to every single last one of you, what the hell is this? What the hell is all this? You know, look up. Look at this disgusting ass city. Paragon is a world star. I travel from coast to coast, got championship gold in different time zones and area codes, and yet y'all have me in Michigan City. Named after a garbage state, inside of a garbage state. If you couldn't just be as bad as Indiana, and you couldn't just be as bad as Michigan, you had to combine the two together. You couldn't even been a real state like Ohio or Illinois, Florida, California, New York. No, you had to be Indiana and then call yourselves Michigan City. Disgusting. I gave y'all enough of my attention. I gave you enough of my time. Now let me go show y'all why they call me Mr. 23 positions and 1,000 submissions.
Hey all you wrestling fans, this is John Bullard, owner of Chicagoland Championship Wrestling. Want to tell each and every one of you who's watching this at home, tonight, Sunday, October 9th, we made some awesome moments for you, the fans, and most importantly for you, the viewers at home. We got to watch wrestlers from Canada, people from China, Japan, Mexico. We gave you international flavors of all types of styles. Most importantly, we made sure that you, the fans, went home happy and had a good time. Sorry about the bug flying around. You know what? That's what happens when you shoot videos outside. But hey, most importantly, I love you. Keep being the best you. And no matter what, don't give up on your dreams. You got this. Thank you.